Hey folks, sorry about that. Dad was at the hospital. I'll just wait for a few minutes. Dad was at the hospital and he had his bone scan and all that kind of stuff. So they're happy with him, thankfully. So I can relax a little bit now. They're happy with him. The ivermectin and the oxygen therapy seems to really be doing a good job. So, well, along with all the other bits and bobs he's been doing. So, oh, excuse me. I'll just wait for. We're back. How you doing, MRH? Yeah, that was Dad. He had Hey, Kiss, how you doing? Sorry about that, guys. It was when my phone rang twice. I thought, okay, yeah, no, I have to answer it. Yeah, he's doing well. They're happy with him. The ivermectin kiss is doing its job. It's doing really well. Hey, Green Eyes. Yeah. So the ivermectin and what was the other thing he was saying? And he's doing oxygen therapy. He's doing taking all sorts of supplements and. So yeah, he'd a couple of fractures where the pain was coming from. So I was a little bit worried about that because he keeps falling and taking nasty, nasty falls, but he won't listen. So, but other than that, it hasn't advanced any further. He hasn't, it hasn't gotten any worse. So they're happy with him. So I can take a breath now. So that's really, really good news. Okay, sorry about that. As I say, it was Dad. I had to drop and just hear how he was doing, and I'm relieved, so relieved that he's doing well. I really am. Yeah, St. Vincent's, the oncology team up there are second to none. They're absolutely amazing. I mean, he's still here and like in relatively good form. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow. Yeah, he should have been gone many moons ago, but he's still here. He's still here. Yep, I'm back. Hey Betty, hey Cassius, Frida, Kiss, Green Eyes, Helen, and Sheila is probably gone. Yeah, family. Well, yeah, it's Dad. You have to check and make sure he's okay because it was a big enough day in the hospital. So, does anybody else want to come up and have an old natter? I dropped the link if anybody else wants to come up and have an old natter. I'm gonna have to figure out how the hell you pin comments because it's very annoying. It's very annoying. Was there 90 people here? Oh yeah, probably because I was talking about hey YouTube lady, hey honey. Probably because I was talking about the flying STD, the stink fart and the Linda, Linda, Linda. And all of that crowd, fuck them, I don't care. Tosh started a lot of this shit yesterday with, like, I don't even know why she came over. What was her purpose? That's what I'm thinking. She came over. They all came in for my singing. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Actually, you can sing, so I can believe that. I can believe that. I was trying to stay awake, Carl. um yeah, so I mean, I'm now starting to think, the more I think about it, like, Tosh came over, dropped a little something about Linda's private life, and yeah, there's something cooking between all of them, because she wouldn't, why after all this time would she drop something like that, very private, about her private life? I don't believe it. I think she's setting somebody up for something, and it's not going to be us. So there we go. Okay, well, if nobody else wants to come up for an El Chinwag, um, oh yeah, can somebody tell me, what did anybody else see that post from Helen, the satellite dish this morning? Did anybody see? I'm going to call her Udders from now, I think. Did anybody see Udders post? Well, it seems to be a free fucking country, doesn't it? I mean, you guys can say what we want, or you guys can say what you want. We're going to be able to do it too. tit for tat. That's how you guys behave, isn't it? No, not yet. Yeah, I'd love to know what it says. I didn't see it either. I just heard somebody say something about it earlier on, or I saw a comment made about it somewhere. But yeah, I hope she does even try to point the finger this direction. I won't look at her channel because it makes me feel unclean. Yeah, I know. I don't go near them either. I really just I can't be arsed with the fucking lunatics. This just you know what? There's far too many lunatics on here for my liking. There really is. Kath.
5 minutes.
Hey, Kath.
I'll hijack your life for 5 minutes.
Do
just call me Mr. Daly. What a shame. You were trying to get away as well, and I've just pressed the stream rehab like, but now I'm joking. I missed most of your live this morning. You were on that too early. I'd set my alarm as well. I'd set up your alarm last night.
Oh, you 12. Said it. You said it. Alarm.
Alarm. Set
it
the
wasn't
alarm.
A purple burglar alarm, was it?
I'm not even going to try and attempt that. I don't know if Brian can get away. I don't think if Brian can get away with it either. But yeah, I've not seen any. Just I heard you there. I've not seen any posts. I've seen one from Fingal earlier.
Oh.
Early last night. I should say
right.
Early last night, and it was your typing's a lot better. Well, it's no way salty. Me paying salty for typing lessons. As I said, I always get that. Cassie's your typing's a lot better, and I know what they're getting at. But if she's going to give money to a cat, to somebody with a cat, give it to a cattery. You know what I mean? So, what do they call it?
Rescue centre.
Cat rescue centre. There you go. Don't try and throw it at someone that lost their cat 4 years ago. Do you know what I mean? She tried to throw it, but I wouldn't go into that. I wouldn't embarrass her any more than she's embarrassing herself. But yeah,
I don't think you can. To be honest with you, I really don't think you can.
There you go. Yeah, and Tosha was that. Oh, I was trying to type the word. I've had a brain fart. She was that. What in the comment? What was it? She was. Oh fuck! What's the word I'm trying to use? I'm trying to think it. She was that. No shock. She was that scarred. What's the word? Where am I going here, Wicken? She was that thank you, darling. Thank you. She was that traumatized that she didn't want to come in and leave the comment or anything like that. So,
yeah.
Tosha, if you're not wanting to leave a comment, don't get involved. You're sticking your beak into everything. This is just me talking. You're sticking your beak into everything. You disappear. You come back, but you will sit in your wee group of friends. And I know you've got a wee group of friends. You'll sit in there with Tinksy and Sarah Bellum and all the rest, and just the rest of them. But I don't know if it's them that's telling you, listen, edit it to that or edit it to this. I've still not read a reply to me because it's like a fucking Bible.
I know.
It's huge, and I refuse to read it. I got halfway through and started sleeping. Nah, I've never attempted to read it. To me, she's no, and I'm not being really snide saying this. She's insignificant to me. Going on about Linda, her kids and all that. Kids, I heard you earlier.
Yeah.
Kids are off limit. I didn't care what you say. If somebody came for my kids, I'd be on a plane. I'm being fucking serious. I'd be on a plane. I'd be hunting you down, and all the stages all the stages you go through. Anger would be my one. Just the one of them would just be fucking anger. But yeah, the going about this, those protestive too much.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's okay for them to do. I think I commented yesterday, and I think it was that I put this into it, or it was the day before, and I said, listen, your cartoon videos, I'm angry at a couple of them.
Yeah, I am too.
A good few of them, because and I'm not going to go into the ones that I'm annoyed at, because it would just give them ammunition. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not going to go into the ones that I'm angry at. But the flying STD, and I was trying to hold back for saying that, typing that on your channel when you were
Yeah.
live earlier, and I thought to myself, "Nah, fuck it, you'll understand." And it's always coming from my mouth. It's not coming from
Yeah.
yours or anybody else's. So when they try and pull this shite, and but her chuffer getting reported to the benefit office and shit like that, well, look closer, because with the crowd, it takes me back to the crowd justice.
Yeah.
Oh, they all thought it was so fucking funny. You've done that, but you were doing it to try and get a rise at other people and trying to blame it on other people, when really, Martin, Martin was one of the ones behind it. And
Yeah.
I think he proudly admitted to that. One of them did. Aye, one of them did, yeah. I can remember that. But
Yeah.
did they come up to bring a Debbie Downer or whatever I said that the other week, what the male version is. But yeah, it's all a lot of it's all bullshit. But when they want to pull a card, I'll pull, or you can pull 5.
Oh, yeah.
It's simple as that.
You didn't see the new account that popped on COVID's last night, and that really pissed me off. It was called Bam Bam, All Creatures Great and Small, and it was a picture used from, I would imagine it looks like one of the pictures from inside Bam's house, and that really pissed me off, because who took pictures of inside
Talking. You know something? I did hear of it. I heard that earlier. But Bam did have a channel called All Creatures Great and Small, didn't she?
I think she
am I
did
way off?
I think she did a long time ago, but this wasn't it. New channel.
No,
Have you just
that's
put in your earphones?
No, I've actually took them out. Is it worse? Is the
Yeah.
sound worse? Right, 1 second. 1 second. Do you know what it is? The cat's been chewing on them.
Oh no.
The cat was chewing on them, and it's made them, they go all robotic.
Oh, no, I can hear myself.
Right, 1 second. I'll get the other pair.
Oh, technical difficulties, folks. Definitely. Yay! There we go.
I bought another pair of earbuds, and I shouldn't have, because a wee guy was selling a pair for £60 on eBay, and I stupidly went and fucking paid about 200 for these. So once again, fucked up. Can you hear me better?
Oh yeah, no, you're
reverb. Perfect.
Yeah.
But Christ, I remember like a goldfish. I forgot what you were just saying there.
Yeah,
Bam's about the new account. It's in very fucking poor taste, that. And see what
said to me,
sorry.
"Hi, Wiccan," and I just went, "Hi, Bam." And
Did
because
you? So you acknowledged them. Good on you. Aye.
Because I wasn't going to start anything on COVID's channel. That's not fair.
No.
I wouldn't do that, and but I wouldn't do that anyway.
No.
I have more class in my little finger than these people have all put together. But
you
I
took
will
the words out my mouth, right?
But I will do it on my channel.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. As I said, I can see, as Lisa said, there was, I do remember, it was Bam Bam's Big Mouth, as Lisa wrote in the chat. Bam Bam's Big Mouth, and then our original channel. But for someone, so as I said, it's when they, and I'm not going to say send over, I'll rephrase it. When you've got someone, I will say, for their camp coming over and making this big statement, God knows why she came over. Just away over to your channel, and I don't know if it was on Kiss's channel first, and then your channel to make a comment.
Yeah.
And
but the part go on.
No, to go just no. That was all it was, just to go out her way for all of that, to traumatise herself. She doesn't want to be here. But yes, sorry, yeah.
the part that really pissed me off was she was coming to us trying to be all reasonable and trying to be nice. And, I was like, okay, well, look, give her a bit of, give her a bit of grace. She's come in and she's trying to be reasonable. But I didn't read any of her posts. I just can't be. I read one because I had to respond to it. But the rest, I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. I haven't got the attention span to read your endless fucking words of nothingness, because she says nothing in them. It's just endless dribble of nothing. And like, why they're after reading it. It's like, what the fuck did I just read? Nothing. I read nothing. There's no information in this that I need whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. So
just dribble.
What she did at the same, while she was over with us trying to be all nicey to us, she fucking struck Sheila's channel at the same time. Now, talk about two-faced fucking snakes.
That's I noticed that. I noticed I knew about that with Sheila's channel.
Yeah.
And as you say, so they're that traumatized, but they're still no traumatized enough to go and strike a channel. So it's like I can't wrap my head around it. I mean, we're open enough with them. We say what we want, and we say what we do on your live, or Kiss's live, or whoever. But as you say, you held back on COVID. It's not your channel, so you're not going to. You're going to. I don't know if did you say you said hi, or did you just ignore them, or
that person said hello to me first. That account said hello, hi Wiccan, and I said, "Hi, that was it." And I just thought, oh, your card is fucking marked. I'm going to find out who you are. I mean, that's just sick. But I feel sorry for our family. I mean, look, it's no secret that there's no love lost between me and Bam, and but I will respect the friendship that we had. And that's what these people don't seem to understand. They don't seem to have any morals or integrity or whatever in them, and they bang a big drum about being so moral and, oh, this is so wrong, that's so wrong. Look at what you're fucking doing, and then try and say that again with a straight face, because there ain't nobody here going to believe any of you, especially after yesterday, coming with, oh, but this, that, and the other, and then striking Sheila's channel. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, no.
Have
It just
that.
says, have that. Have that. Honestly, it's like seeing some. I'm looking. Oh, I can't say it like that. It's like seeing somebody in the street talking about drinking them and have that, you bad. And have that. Mind you, that's maybe somebody Scottish drunk. But no, a fucking hell. Come on, John, waking up. Nah, it's get your shit together. But no,
Get your shit together.
yeah, she fucking cracks me up just with some of the things she comes out with. But that was one of them when she was have that, and we said and have that.
I know.
3 times. 3 times it was have that.
I know.
Yeah, as I say, if it traumatizes you that fucking much, if something traumatized me, there's no way I'm going to go over on any of their channels. That was going to. It's always fucking Tinksy to me. I'm sorry. If I say to go over to Tinksy's channel, you're the main instigator, you and Bellend. And I'll tell you what, you hit on something really important. If they're harvest all these fucking IP addresses and all the rest of it, and all the URLs, if you've got any of my information, get it to fuck off your computer, because I don't want any fucking ending up the dark web and some bastard using my credit card details, because you crackpot, have got all the shit recorded done. Who's it? I can't remember who we were talking about the other week there. Not talking about, but discussing that had terabytes. Oh no, there was that no Linda.
Oh,
Had
that's
terabytes.
Linda. Yeah, she has 3 terabytes of information. Now, I was trying to explain to people how big 3 terabytes of information is. So we have, say, 6 cameras, and we're on a 24-hour shoot. And we were filming full straight 24 hours, and there's more. And now that's 6 cameras with 24 hours of footage, right?
Yep.
So say three of those, three different locations, and with cutaways and all sorts of stuff in between. That's 1 terabyte. So 3
Shit.
episodes of 24. That's 1 terabyte. Now, can you imagine the
Excuse me.
typing that it took to take up 3 terabytes? Even one.
Oh, Wicken, I've got for the last 4, 5 year, I'd go on to say 6, just say 5, the last 5 years. All my iPhone, all that shit, the photos and all the rest of it, even backed up in the fucking cloud. There's 1.4. I bought 2 terabytes, the Google,
Yeah.
the Google storage, whatever. 2 terabytes of that. I've used 1.4, and that's in 4 or 5 years. And I delete a lot of photos when
Oh yeah.
if I delete a photo, don't know the wee stickers I keep. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
I'll have to take a picture of that and then press on it. The wee white sort of halo goes around it, and
Yeah.
then I'll delete the photo. But it's still kept in my bloody iCloud. So
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
having to delete that as well,
Yeah. You
and
have to go
then delete
separate.
the deleted. you have to
Yeah, I
go on,
know.
you have to go into your folder and delete the deleted pictures.
I
So
know.
I can only imagine 3 terabytes of people in that small information. Now the
Yeah.
only other person, I'm not speaking bad of them, I'm just throwing it out there. The only person I knew that had a lot of info like that was Lizzie.
Yeah. Well, birds of a feather. I'm not surprised.
That's
Uh,
what I'm saying, and that was collected. That was at AD's or AD Allen's shit, and
yeah.
that brings me right on to Martin. And see, every time they go on about his piss soaked sheets,
Yeah.
and they just bring attention to him. And that wasn't there's a sneaky wee jibe. I'm being honest. Every time they go on about this, and Martin didn't wet the bed, every time it's stupidly fucking thingy. I mean, if they sheet, I don't know if they sheets. Maybe you can tell me. You can tell me. You can let me know if you know. They sheets that were took a picture of. I don't know if the Helen took a picture of these sheets, but if that's humidity, what covering humidity in my house? I'm being serious. My curtains would be like piss stained fucking. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Humidity? That's humidity at its finest.
Yellow humid.
Fucking yellow humidity with piss
So
stains all over them.
could you
It's
imagine if
fucking.
he had a flag?
It's.
Imagine Martin had a flag. I know what it would be. A piss stain. A white flag with a big yellow piss stain in the middle of it.
It's just, as I said, every time it's spoken, it keeps reminding me, and I forget about it every now and again, and then it's brought back up again. I think, oh, for fuck's sake, oh my god, okay, and it was, I suppose, it was the video of Val yesterday that sort of reminded me, and it was Martin, and she's so deadpan about it.
Oh
And they
yeah,
said Martin paid the bed, and they didn't pay the bed.
I
I
know.
don't know if he paid the bed, they
We
didn't
could
pay the
see her
bed.
face. She was trying not to laugh. That's the part that was killing me. She was trying not to break into laughter. I was like, "Go on, Val. You know you want to laugh. Go on, Val."
Have a giggle to yourself. Absolutely. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
uh,
Yellow
it's
humidity.
just,
It must be exclusive to Burnley.
oh, damn, well, the humidity down there must be a lot worse than what it is up here. The humidity up here isn't as half as what it is. It isn't half as, say, a quarter as bad as what it is
Oh,
down there. But it's just rank. But as I said, he's the striking of the going for that right to a deadpan part, for that to the striking of the channels to the it's just bullshit. You're that fucking silly. You're transparent. It
yeah.
really is. It's really transparent when you can see someone going for that. And it's not funny, but it's funny when you look at it to think that they're trying to hide themselves.
I
And it's
know.
like, come on to hell, come on to fuck.
You know when you see little kids and they're misbehaving and they're trying to hide something that they've broken, and you can see them all kind of heads together and, oh fuck, how are we going to get around this? I,
Aye, yeah.
I No, we didn't break it. We didn't break the lamp.
Yep.
Oh, there's a lamp broken. No, there's no lamp broken.
It's ceramic in their hand.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. But yeah, exactly. And it's fucking.
This is what they're
It's like what. But bless her. I seen a comment with JC earlier on, and she used to say that every time. I hope, and she money might be saying it. I don't think because she said it enough. Every time when she was a kid, or no, every time, but when she was a kid, she used to draw on she would draw on the walls. Or I don't know if this is the right story.
Oh,
She'd just say she would draw on the walls, and her mum would say, Jen, what are you doing? What have you done? Why are you doing that? And she used to say, I've not done it. And she'd say, look, lying, and it's a big thing with GC. It's a big thing with everybody lying.
okay.
If you get that used to it, it's become second nature, and it's a second nature of your. It's second nature brain fart. It's a second nature of your character.
Yeah.
And she used to go on about this. And that's all I always know. I always knew. Not that I'd think Jen would lie about anything, but she didn't. She used to always say that lying was one of the worst fucking qualities someone could, excuse my language, that someone could have. And she would gladly tell that story, the same story. And it wasn't if it's getting old, it was just the same story she would tell and proudly tell that story. So
yeah, I remember her telling us that story, and she made me laugh because my grandmother was the same. If you told her the truth, you'd be in fucking serious trouble if you were bold, but if you lied to her, you got fucking battered. You got battered up and down the fucking house, back around and up and down again. Oh my Jesus Christ. So you just never lied. You never told a lie. I mean, yeah, you were going to be in trouble, but I'd rather be in trouble than fucking battered.
So that takes me right back to my wee granny. I remember I was telling you about the rhubarb.
Oh,
and the bowl of sugar in the middle of the table. It sounded like that dark fucking thing. Sugar. Yeah. So the only word I could make it was sugar. In other words, stop fucking using that sugar. Because they would grow rhubarb out in the back green. And it was as bitter. As bitter as some of the bitches over there. I'm being serious. It was fucking horrible. But the rhubarb, but fair enough, that was in the olden days when they would grow their lettuce or tomatoes, if they could grow tomatoes. But they would grow everything, and I'll not forget that the wee Anderson shelter. Is it Anderson shelter? For the bombs.
Where is this now?
It was just a bit of corrugated iron.
Oh,
flicking.
yeah.
It was just a bit I don't know if it was an Anderson shelter or if it was just somewhere he'd go in. My Uncle Patrick would go out and he'd get out the rain. But it was just when they came over, and it was just her accent was. And you know something? They were further south. And I can't say it on here, but I remember my uncle's uncle, he was a rent collector. And I remember exactly, and the kneecap, it was one of these ones, you bastard. I think it's one of them broke his kneecap because it was, or his leg, because the fact he was a rent collector. I was embarrassed. It was my aunt went back in all the history. And checked it off and away back to the old country, and it's just it was brilliant. I think she got as far back as I don't know what it was, somewhere around the real early 19th century, or 18th century. But it was amazing how far and how much she actually learned. Where they came from. Don't ask me the name. It's in my head, but it's no Ferguson. It's something. It's not certainly no Ferguson. It was some name, and I thought, all right, okay.
Eric Fergus.
It was something. You're on the line there. Something like that, because their name is Blaney. Well, Kelly is their name. It's Kelly, and because I noticed that, I liked that when President Obama come over, he was sitting in the wee Irish pub, and he went, I'm just trying to think where they all went, taking to Obama, where they all come from, or where it disappeared to. but aye, it's a beautiful Ireland's a beautiful country.
Is
It's
it?
a
Look,
it's a
it's got good and its bad points as well. It's the same as every other country. It's got its good and its bad
of
points. But
course, aye.
we're lucky though that we don't have anything that wants to kill us here. No spiders or snakes or fucking swimming knives or mad
That's
sun or
where I'm.
furnace.
That's where I can't. That's what I was saying to Sam with the fucking the copperheads and I couldn't tell you as long as it's a snake. I do what I don't. I'm not interested in its name, what it looks like. As long as I can tell it's a fucking snake,
Yeah,
I don't want to go anywhere near it. But
no.
things like that, and the tarantulas and all that shit. That's
That, no, thank you. Bye bye. No,
I was. I'm sure I was reading somebody had one on their hand, but it's
I
the hair.
know. And
It's the hair on their fucking legs and just. Oh,
you know what? When they feel a little bit spooked or a little bit sort of nervous, they like shoot out the hairs from their back and they embed in your skin, and you can't get them
you're
out.
fuck.
And so they're like they cause terrible rashes, and you suffer with these fucking things for years afterwards because you can't get them out. And I'm looking at people holding them and going, "What is wrong with you? Why are you
Oh,
holding
great.
them?"
That's done wonders for my fucking arachnophobia. It's done great.
Sorry. If I'm
Remember
going to be
that?
scared shitless of them, so are you.
You are, you bastard. Remember that? It was that film that came out years ago, and it was, I think it was called Arachnophobia, and it
Oh yeah,
just,
remember.
ever for that, it gave me the fucking heebie-jeebies. I don't know how
Ooh.
they deal with it in Australia,
Oh,
down under, as we say, but as we would say, but I don't know how they deal with that shit with
well, I
the
mean, there's
spider.
spiders everywhere. I mean, like, as far as I can tell, I mean, there's one greeting you on your fucking pillow when you wake up in the morning with a cup of tea. You know? How are you doing? How are you doing? Another lovely day. Yeah, yeah. The lads in
See,
your boots, keeping them warm for you. Yeah, yeah.
See, that's the Celt, and I love that when you said that for a wee cup of tea. See, somebody from the States or that, they would say it'd be on your pillow greeting you, with a cappuccino. And a wee cup of tea. Fucking brilliant.
Okay,
So
well
you
then I'll be
two,
all American and like, yeah, hell, he'll wake you up with a double espresso on your
cappuccino.
pillow
Do
in
you
the
want
morning.
any? Do you want any chocolate? Yep. Do you know, for all the times that I've been in that fucking Starbucks, I've seen a wee boy coming out and a wee kid of his parents, and he had this big, beautiful with strawberries and shit in it. I didn't know you could get shit like that in that place.
Oh
I
yeah,
really didn't.
mad
Is it
drink.
frappuccinos or fucking?
Oh God
It's not
only knows.
frappuccino. It's something like that, but it looked beautiful. I thought, I want
Yeah,
one of them. I
no.
want one of them. Aye.
Actually, go online and you can see their menu, and you can probably see the pictures of their stuff online, and then you can go mad the next time you go in. Yeah, they've all
Aye.
sorts of mad
I've got a wee card for it. I've got a card for that Starbucks.
drinks.
Because it wasn't. It was Sam that liked to. Oh, and it was nice. I tasted it one day. It was the latte with the some fucking latte with mint in it. It was just I couldn't remember the name of it, but
Yeah,
it was all fancy, but it was fucking nice, and it,
no,
it was dear enough.
no, I know. It is dear,
I've-
but they're lovely. Like,
they
have you
are.
ever
They were
like
nice.
hazelnut?
Sorry, what's that?
Do you like hazelnut?
Aye, I do. I do.
Yeah, I'd love the. You can get a frappe, or do you like cold coffee, or are you just a hot drinker?
I'm a hot drinker. Do you know something? We've got two coffee machines, and to be honest, I've got the Ventura and the excuse me, the Sage, and
Yeah.
if they done a coconut one and a couple others, and they were ice over. Is it coffee over ice or something that's along the
Oh,
lines? And for the life of me, there's no way I'd have the coconut was absolutely beautiful, but it was meant to be drunk cold,
oh
and I
yeah,
couldn't get it, and it was I wouldn't drink it cold. I'm not a cold coffee drinker. I can drink a cup of coffee, let it go cold, and then
yeah,
still drink it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I couldn't drink an iced cup. Like it's like iced tea. I'd have an iced tea, and scorching weather, but it's no my it's no my cup of tea. It isn't.
You
It
have to
isn't.
your head. You have to think of it more on the lines of a drinkable dessert type of thing.
Aye,
That's
aye,
I
yep.
so when I'm getting if I get a caramel frap, which isn't that often because like I'm as sick as I can't eat dairy really. I'm celiac, so I can't really eat dairy. But when I do, I take a lactose or whatever, or if don't have any, I suffer after it. Like, but by
Uh,
God, do I enjoy every last drop? Yeah, caramel frap from Starbucks or McDonald's even.
that's
They're equally good.
that's when you're saying about a frappe. I'm sure I've had the only thing I've had with frappe is from being from McDonald's, and that's what reminds me of the. I thought it was actually a strawberry frappe or whatever. The thing I was just talking about, the drink I was talking about for
Yeah,
Starbucks.
yeah,
I thought it was something like that. I actually did really did, but there's so much, and
yeah,
it's like in Edinburgh. There's when you I go up the Royal Mile, it's cafe after cafe after cafe.
yeah.
There's that much competition, and it's like the barbers I was in the other day there. I go to this guy. It's like going to your local butchers, your local fishmongers. When you go in, it's like 2 pieces of haddock, Mrs. McGowan.
But
It's boom, and it wrap 'em up. When I go to my barbers, I can sit down
yeah,
and he knows exactly what to cut my. He doesn't have to ask me. He chin wags away sometimes for fucking about an hour on end, and it's
yeah.
like, "Can you start cutting my hair?" This time he turned around and says to me, "Do you mind if I cut your hair while we talk?" I felt guilty. There was nobody else in. I felt guilty as sin. And he was telling me about he's having to turn the electricity off while there's no customers in
What?
because there was three barbers and I'm not going to say the road, but there was three barbers. I didn't want you bastards doxing me. Nah, there was
Yeah,
three barbers in a stretchy, a 200, sorry, I'll say a 300-yard road, bitty road. There
right.
was two barbers, three barbers at the most.
Right.
Now you've got maybe 5, 6 Turkish barbers, no counting your British barbers.
Yeah.
So when he's like, and he doesn't get many customers, it's just his regulars. And somebody that's maybe passing when the other barbers are busy, he'll come into them. But you've got one over the road from him that's open 7 days a week and they're
Wow.
open till 9 at night. So how's he meant to compete with
Yeah.
these people? And my heart went out to him because he is one of the nicest guys you could ever
Oh,
meet. A
that's
wee
hard.
Turkish guy, and he's a fucking diamond. And he's every time I go on, every time I leave, he always gives me he gives me a cuddle and says, "You okay, brother? You take care."
Oh,
It's just a fucking really nice guy. But this
yeah.
guy, he talks for aliens. To fucking, I was going to say hobbits, for aliens, to fucking, honestly, he's on every single subject. I was going to say to him, get your ass on YouTube. Join
Yeah.
one of our lives. He is amazing and he's really, really fucking funny. He's really funny. So my hat goes up there. I'm in there for about an hour. I was in there for about an hour and a half last time. I was like,
Oh, wow.
Alex, I've got to go, pal. I've got to go. I've got to get gone. But he's just a nice guy and he burst in a competition, but he's saying to me, I have to turn off electricity. Electricity, John.
Yeah.
I have to turn off the bloody lights. He
Yeah.
doesn't really swear, getting the F and the shit. I have to turn off bloody lights. I can't compete with the people. And then he'll turn around and say, yes, but everyone has to make a living.
And
It's just a such a, so he isn't against
he's not
anybody
bitter
else.
about it. I understand. He's not giving them a hard time about it either because he knows people need to earn a living. Everybody's kids need to eat.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'm
Yeah.
not being, I'll be honest, with me, it would be you bastards, you
Yeah.
bastards, 24/7. But then I understand. People have got to eat, people they're going to open a business next door to you, over the road for you. But it's in a 200 sort of yard, you know what I mean, that road, that
Yeah.
short road. And it's fucking obscene. It's just the amount of barbers. And you've got these really young guys, and there's maybe 6 of them working, and there's 6 chairs, and each and every one of them will gladly boom, in, out, in, out, in, out, and it's too much. But
Wow.
yeah, I don't know how we're going if we talk about it. I call that as well, the flying STD to fucking barbers. But I'll tell you what, Tinksy, and you as well, Fingal, if you want to throw fucking stones, watch the glass roofs. I'll say it in the Queens. Watch the glass roofs.
I know.
Aye, absolutely. If they want to come after and stop striking channels, you fucking maniacs. It's just honestly. Do you know something? I was thinking about that last. I was thinking actually lying here thinking about that last night. I've never once went over and struck that pissant's Dehan's channel.
No.
Fucking not once. I've maybe reported, and I'll be honest, Martin.
Yeah.
I know one of you are listening, and you'll report back to head office, but I've never once struck their fucking channel. And Martin's done it to me. I remember about a bit back, Martin struck my channel, and it was for a video. So, I hurt him. You're that fucking fragile, Marty, that I actually hurt your feelings. But because I was laughing at my own video, that one
Yeah.
where Chevy Chase and the other ones, I can be your bodyguard if
Yeah.
you be my
Very funny.
long lost pal. I get
Do,
fucking.
do, do,
I
do,
was going
do.
to. I put every single one of my videos back up. I took them off of private and put every single one back up, and I thought, fuck
I'm
it,
not
feck
taking any
it.
of my videos
Fake
down.
it.
All my
I'm not
videos.
taking one of them down. Not
No.
one. And I thought, no, I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it. But
Yeah, I'm not taking any of my videos down. All my lives are left up.
nope.
So if anybody wants to nitpick on that, I'm leaving them all up. You know, because so nobody can say, "Oh, well, she said this and she said that." No, I didn't. This is what I said. I was still up.
Excuse me. Well, I'll tell you, Sam was talking salty, I'll refer to, was talking to, what's your channel, Vicken? What's your channel, darling? She was talking about her videos. And do you know something? It was Sam that told me the only reason she put her videos back up was for the simple fact that Dark Ass had made a comment, I'm just waiting on her shouting through the now saying, it wasn't fucking her. It wasn't her. It was her. But it was her, and she said, "Oh, what's happened to?" It was something. I'm paraphrasing. What happened to your videos? Did you take them down or some shit like that? And
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why she stuck them back up. And that's I accused her after that. She's fucking nuts. You're
You see,
absolutely nuts. I wouldn't have gave her the time of day.
no, you see what happens with these people. They think like if you remove your
I
video
know.
that it's somehow an admission of some sort of guilt or snide or smartness or you're being dodgy in some way, shape, or form. That's not it. That's not it at all. I mean, Sam
No.
removed her videos for her own reasons, i.e., there was enough fuckery going on YouTube. She didn't need to be drawn into it anymore. She was done with it. So she removed her videos. It was really that simple.
Yeah. Right.
You
Well,
know?
that's what I'm saying. If they if they would remove the ones that, and as I said, I'm not going to point out what ones because I don't want them
No, I know.
having a hack at certain people. If they would remove their videos, well, I'm sorry, there's only a few videos about a few years. If they would remove the fucking cartoon videos, and do you know something? I'll say it here again. Sorry, Wicked, I didn't mean on your live, darling, but
No,
it's no bad. It's no bad. All it is you think, say, you get your wee pal. I know this for a fact. You get your wee pal Sarah Bellend to make the videos. So she loads the gun and you fire it. And you put the videos up your channel because you're that stupid. You can't make the videos. So it's Bellend that makes these cartoon fucking stupid videos. And it's you thinks that puts it. And I know that 100% it's you that puts up these videos on your fucking channel. So you get her to make them, you make them have a good laugh over it, and then you put them up on your channel. So I see all the videos, Wicked.
yeah.
It's Sarah Bellend that's got all this time wrapped up looking after other people, and I'm not going to that, but looking after like kids and things. but she can make these fucking videos all day long, and they cartoon stupid videos. I didn't give a fuck. Donald, where's your trousers? Ivor, you sung enough of fucking that about me, and it didn't bother me. It was I laughed at. I didn't laugh at them, but it didn't bother me. It was like me putting up Irish leprechauns,
Yeah.
Wicken. And
No,
you know what I mean with you? It's
I know.
fuck gasses. You hurt me. I'm trying to hide the pain. Just come on. It's just. But I know for a fact. So it is a group of them. I know, and I know that
Oh yeah.
1000% that it's a group of yous, and
Yeah.
you're in a wee group, and that's what I'm thinking. Tosha, were you editing this shite? Because every time you went back into your wee group, it was, oh, Tosha, maybe say it like this, or maybe phrase it like that. It sounds better.
Yeah,
And
probably.
I sound like a wee bitch going on and on and on. I'm at my fucking the end of my rope with them, and it is say what was it I heard? The fuck, you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot. But it's not. It's the fact that you'll go on and on and on. You didn't see us striking your channels when you're making these stupid fucking videos. You
Yeah.
know, see, you know what I mean? I've never struck your channel, or
No.
I've reported it absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And one in particular, which I thought was absolutely disgusting, despicable. But no, you put that out, Tinty, once again, thinking it was fucking up, everything was roses. And you didn't think, I don't think you thought about it. I think you just put it, no. No, I'll rephrase that. You had a good think about that. You had a good think about that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, definitely. But
Well, like
I
I did.
just
I
say,
think
it just boils
everything.
my piss at times. Sorry,
Oh
Wigan.
yeah.
Was it?
I believe. No, no. I just think everything that they do is well thought out. Nothing is
Oh,
just
aye.
by accident or coincidence or any of that crap. As Sheila says, she doesn't believe in coincidences. But I mean, everything is a thought out plan with them.
Yeah.
They don't do things just for the sake of doing it. That's why I'm saying your one Tosh yesterday didn't just drop that little nugget of information about
No, not at all.
Linda's kid for nothing. So
No,
before
no, no.
any shite starts about anybody talking about our child or anything else, no one's talking about our child. Nobody brought our child up. You did. You brought our child up and into this. Nobody else did. I would
No.
like to know, when is she looking after her kids, since she spends all that time glued to her laptop?
Yep.
Or
Well, I would like, well, when I say I would like to know, it's none of my business, but have a word with yourself and
yeah,
watch what other people are saying, i.e.,
yeah,
Tosha, when you're going on about she's got a special needs kids and things like this, and oh, leave her alone. And it's affecting me coming over here and talking to you. Fuck it,
who
Miss. I'll not go there, Mrs. Magoo. But she's you watch your own arse, as we would say. You
yeah, yeah,
watch your own back, and
yeah,
leave everybody. These people are more they're more than what's the word I'm looking for? They're more than capable of looking after themselves. They were doing this a long, long time before you even popped your
oh,
head round the corner, Tosha. So believe me, these people are used to having a dig at other people and ripping other people's lives to fucking death. As I say, Fingal, I'll say this once, you not just a couple, but Fingal with Bam. And stop using that fucking woman. All of you, stop using that woman. Stop using her alts. If you st- and do you know something, Wicked? I take my hat off to you for you saying that you actually said that. Hi, you acknowledge. You even acknowledged them, and I think it was in COVID. But I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. My hat off to you. As you say, you've got more class in your wee finger than what they have in their entire fucking lives. But
oh, well, like you
it's
say, it wasn't my life. I'm not interested in derailing anyone's life, and I'm certainly not interested in bringing my beefs with anybody to somebody else's channel when they've nothing to do with it. So
uh,
I wouldn't behave like that on anybody's channel. And what I do is I leave. I don't announce I'm leaving. I don't say, oh, I'm out of here, whatever. I just leave, and that's it. It's simple. You know.
right. That's what I'm saying though. These, but these people, and don't come at me with the shite where we've not said anything for months. Oh no, 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 no. You have, but then you'll go maybe a couple of months without saying nothing, and you'll do a plethora either comments or videos. But I'm just waiting. So Sarah, when you're not looking after your kid or kids, I don't care how many you've got,
No.
what's going on with your family, I couldn't care less. Just like you couldn't care less what's going on in my life, I couldn't give a fuck what's going on in your life. So when you've got more spare time, or if you've got more time in your hands, when you're doing more videos for your pal Tinksy, then because every time she does a video, it's one that's way out of her fucking hands that she can't put together. You need that special. It's a special sort of um thing with it. It's a special
It
thing with
is.
him. Sorry, it's a
It is.
special. What's the word I'm looking for, pal?
Well, it's a
It's
special app that they're using.
program. It's a
Yeah.
special program that you're
Yeah.
needing to put all this shit together.
Yeah.
So when you've got the time, I'm sure that that'll come back up again and it'll come round. But I said you saw there plenty of laughs and look at. But I think Jen put up the other day there. Look at your crowd justice. You fucking ruined that for everybody. For everybody to put the comment up. Go, Frankie, go. And or whatever shite you wanted to write. You ruined it. And it was, do you know what I'd heard? It was just a laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? But it wasn't a fucking laugh when it was taken down and all the rest.
Oh
I
yeah.
could go on for hours about that. I could go on for
Oh yeah.
hours about their shite and his shite. And I don't know how his crowd justice fund's still up. That's another
I don't
conversation for
know that.
another day.
But I
But
had a
yeah, there's
conversation with a girl from Crowd Justice. When I think I gave the email address to you as well, didn't I? The woman's name and the
aye,
email
yep,
address.
you did, Paul.
She was
Aye,
lovely. She was really nice, and she was all apologetic. And she said, "Oh no, that's not right. That's Anyway, we had our own little chat. So it was removed, but then she messaged me back, and I think somebody else attempted to do another one in my name, so they removed the whole thing. So that was that. And I
right,
think
aye. Well,
your complaint as well at the time, and somebody
uh,
else's complaint came in, and so she said, "No, that's enough. We're taking it down. This is ridiculous." So
aye. Well, I mean, it was there was one particular comment, and it was I can't mind what one it was, but there was enough comments there, and there was ones under because it was just the other. It was it yesterday? I was looking at them. I was out in the sun because even though it's 9 degrees, 90 degrees in Scotland, when you're
woohoo,
in a wee when you exactly. And I
tropical.
think it was sorry, it's 9 today. It was 12 yesterday. But when you're on a sort of a wee when you've got a wee wall round you,
Oh,
oh, I go like can I say this word? I go like a pack, like a packy. Well, Michael Patrick's called Packy Blaney.
oh
It's
yeah.
honestly, I don't know if that's a short, if it's
It
shortened for
it would
Patrick
be. It is
but
Patrick or
is it?
Pat or yeah, yeah. Sorry, because I have a neighbor called Packy.
She's She's there. You go. She's laughing like a fucking
No,
hyena,
no,
sitting next to
it's
my
a
uncle Packy
thing.
Blaney would come
No,
in.
it's a Celt thing. It's yeah,
It's a
Packy.
Celt thing, right?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
friend's telling me so. It's a
yeah,
Celt thing.
yeah,
Packy means Patrick, you bastard.
yeah.
She's laughing like a fucking hyena. And how the hell did you get Packy from Patrick? Yeah, yeah.
They do.
It's like getting called bastard for John. Yeah.
I just wanted to go back and read Happy Thoughts there. No one
Aye.
knows the circumstances re any kids or send kids. They could be in respite, etc. So it's best not to mention anything at all. Being a send parent, it's hard. It shouldn't be being discussed at all, in my opinion. And you know what? I completely agree with you, darling.
I
Well,
do. Aye.
I had no idea about any of her private life. I don't want to know, and it's none of my business.
And we
Until
still wouldn't know. We still wouldn't know. Sorry, we can cut you off, darling. We still wouldn't know if was it Tosh? I don't know if it was Tosha that said, I don't care. I don't want to know if they've got hardships in their life where they're having to deal with things like that. Kids should not, and I heard you earlier, Wickham. I absolutely 100% agree with you. And just like every single person in this chat, kids should be left the fuck out of everything on YouTube. And I mean everything. So,
Yep.
yeah, and as I said, I'll say it, I've said it before, when, excuse me, when all that came with BAM and all the rest of it, I actually was talking to somebody that was talking to Amber at the time. I apologised to her. And do you know something? See to this fucking day, and I'm not scared to admit that because I've said it publicly before. To this day, I still don't know that it matters. Well, it does to me. It really fucking does. I still don't know if I was in Bam's chat or not. Now, I'm sure it was either your live or Kiss's live, and someone says to me, Cassius, you weren't, you weren't. I don't know if I was in that fucking live or not. And as I say, and what I said earlier, what I typed earlier when Sheila was up in panel, that was one person, that was Bam.
Yeah.
And BAM alone. It wasn't her mods. If
Okay.
we chose to be in there, we chose to be in there. Now, for one thing, there was 1,000 different subjects being spoken about.
Yeah.
So, do we blame everybody for everything? Us for every single thing? If you're going to blame us for that, then make up a list and start putting up a video for every single thing that we were in our chat when she spoke about. Jack the Ripper,
And
our
then they better
stories
add
on
their
that.
own names to it as well, because they sat there and listened to it as well. So they better add their own fucking names into it as well, because they didn't open their mouth. They sat in there and listened to the lives, didn't they?
Yep.
They
Well,
opened their
it's not as if they were up front
Sorry.
and had the minerals to say something. Sorry to interrupt you, darling.
Mhm.
It's not as if they had the minerals to come in and say that's absolutely terrible. No, you sat there in the peanut gallery and never opened your bloody mouth.
That's
So
even worse.
that's exactly. You're sitting back watching it, excuse me, listening to it and letting it go on without opening your mouth. Whether if I was on the other side, and I will say the other side because I've heard that getting mentioned a couple of times, if I
Yeah.
was on the other side, I would be the first, excuse me, to jump in and say, whoa, wait a wee second. Yous are vile or yous are fucking totally out of order. Or you sitting in here, well, this is disgusting. I would have. Quite
Oh yeah.
quite happily. Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I would have as
doesn't
well.
bother me.
You know what I'm like? I can't be dealing with lies, and the minute I hear any bullshit
Nope.
slung about us, I'm on. I'm on. I'm like,
Like
no, I'm not
I
having
think it was Kiss, the first ever person, and Kiss, and even with my height,
Yeah.
I got a laugh out of that. And it was Kiss that said, "I can't abide liar. Lie to me once, and that's it." It's like, in other words, I've lost all fucking all sort of.
All faith in you.
I'm
All
sorry.
faith in the person.
Aye, I've lost all respect for you.
Yeah.
You've
All
lied to
faith.
me once. Aye,
Yeah.
all faith in you. Yeah, Wiccan, thanks. You're picking up my wee words.
I
My
told you
brain is
I
the
speak
computer.
fluent Cassius. I speak fluent
Exactly.
Cassius. I'm
And
the
stop with the tight with elbows as well, you bastards. That was that. See what I mean? They had to steal that one as well. They had to steal that one the other day as well. Fucking
But it's
Cass's tights with elbows. Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. It is. And it was Kiss that originally come up with that. Cass's. That she gave me that name. Tights
I
with
know.
elbows. And one of you bastards had
And
to
when you're
steal
particularly mad,
it.
I'll say types with toes.
Do you know what it is? I think I've made that many mistakes on my phone typing it in that now my phone's just used to it's used to fucking speaking in gibberish. and, and God bless every single one of you for putting up with me for so long. And
But that's what I'm saying. My autocorrect is incorrect. You're right, Sam. It's not my autocorrect is used to. It's used to me putting in all this shit. It's everywhere. I mean, I put in a word one day and it come up that I could not repeat on any platform, and it came up. I wrote never, and I thought, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? I have never used that word in my life, and it's coming up with that. Fuck me. So really, it really does. Yeah. But aye, it was brilliant. It was good. You were on. You were on earlier, Wicken.
Yeah,
I had my wee alarm that
I know.
set
I'm sorry. I
2 days
was on.
ago for.
I know. I was on earlier, and the reason I came on earlier was because I was so annoyed about that whole Tosh thing, and the
Right. Yeah.
more I was sitting with it, the more I was getting annoyed, and
Yep.
especially
Quite
the part
right.
about her leaving that information about Linda's son. And now Linda has questioned through other people, but I know it was her. She's questioned many people's parenting abilities and their children's lifestyles and this, that, and the other. So don't be surprised now if the microscope gets turned on you, Linda. It won't be me because I
Yeah.
can't be arsed with any of you. I really can't be arsed. And as I said again and again and again, I don't agree with children being used
Nope.
for anything. I mean, it's just not on. You want to have you want to have a chat with your friends and tell them to keep your business out of their mouths, because that wasn't a very good friend to do that. Really wasn't.
The
Especially since
best thing I've heard all day, Wickham, and that's honestly, I take my hat off to you, is that is exactly what they need to do. Do not involve. It's them that's involved.
Mm,
Linda's kids must be special needs, and somebody brought that into a conversation. So without any of us knowing about it,
yeah,
Sam, everybody gets to know about it now.
yeah,
So if anybody was bad enough to use that against her, now they've got an open field to use that.
yeah.
I would have used it. You would, as you said, you wouldn't. I wouldn't use it on my worst fucking day.
No,
If drunk, ratter's drunk, or
but somebody will. But somebody will now.
sorry, say that again. Exactly. I didn't know. That's what Wickham was saying. I didn't even know she had kids. None of us do.
No,
I didn't know she
I know
had
nothing
kids.
about her.
None of us did.
Yeah,
So, but now we do. So, if we were bad enough and nasty enough, we could go for the jugular and talk about kids. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that we would we would do that in 1,000 years, but I'm just saying if someone comes up with something, it's you've got your pal to thank for that. To thank for talking about your kid. Do you know what I mean? So it's sad. It really is. It's sad. I can see someone paying like Bane, and it's coming up on stage. Does that
yeah.
mean they're backstage?
No, it just means I'm highlighting their comment. It's a whole new thing now
Ah,
whatchamacallit, on whatchamacallit,
YouTube. Yeah.
StreamYard, sorry. I'm as bad as you. Fucking duh. Word from duh.
Yep.
What am I trying to
No,
say? I don't know. Duh.
just
Yeah.
a total brain farts. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh,
YouTube's getting all fancy. Right.
yeah, no, I'm not fancy. But no, I wanted to put that out there. Like,
Yeah.
you have far more enemies than us. So if
Yeah.
anybody is going to use your special needs child against you in whatever online beefs that you have with other people, and I know there's many,
Mhm.
don't even fucking think of turning your attention to us, because it's none of us. I'm just letting
No.
that out.
Nope. And this benefit shit as well, Helen. None of us would stoop low enough to report you to the benefit office, and I can wholeheartedly fucking say that right now. I can honestly swear to God say that I do not know any of my friends, and I'll say that any of my friends that would report you to any benefit office. So whoever's doing it as I said, I would look closer to home. And I said that a while back about another matter. Look
Mm,
closer to home. And
mm,
I'm being serious.
yeah.
So then it stop putting that. It's like Helen when she put out this shit about, yeah, Martin's coming over and he's going to buy me a cottage and we're going to live happily ever and we're getting married next year. But I suppose that I'm just going to say, didn't put that shit out if you don't want people to react on it. I'm not going to put. I'm not going. Oh, me and Sam's getting married next year, and it's going to be up at the top of Carlton Hill where we first met, and blah blah. I'm not. I wouldn't give you the time of fucking day. I wouldn't tell you nothing. So, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't
You
tell them.
miserable bastard.
Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. We'd be married. We'd be married and fucking divorced by the time they knew salty.
No, then
Aye,
you have to do a wedding tour. You'll have to come and visit everybody. That's what you'll have to do
aye.
instead of having a big
Well,
fuck off
I've
wedding.
got Ivor hunting me doing. I've got fucking Ivor what I mean. And you see earlier on when I was talking, and as I said, when I said Ivor used to do the videos. Donald, where's the truth? And Ivor said something in chat. God, it's so fucking far up. I can't find it. But Ivor said something. But I can have a laugh and a joke with the best of them. And that didn't mind Ivor. That if you're still in chat, that didn't bother me. I used to actually go into her page and have a laugh, and oh yeah, the majority every time she put that and Donald, where's your trousers? It just it gave. I didn't care
Funny.
either fucking way. It was
Yeah,
funny to me. It wasn't nasty,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But when these bastards, and I will call you bastards, when these bastards come out with videos and come out with, and you're jumping out in comments or you're making wee sly jabs and jibs, you're not just sticking the knife in, you're sticking it in and you're fucking twisting it. And as I said, it's Tinksy, it's the flying STD, as I always called her.
Yeah.
You get Linda to load the gun and you fire to load the ammunition, you fire the gun.
Yeah.
So just in case I'm saying that, I'm being serious, I'm saying that because I want to say it, and I'm saying it just in case anybody doesn't know, so that they know. What, they've got like 3 channels. Well, that's what I'm saying. It goes back years. What can I type that in the chat earlier? It goes back years. I couldn't have been when Sam first said to me, Salty first said to me that she was friends with them. I was okay, right,
Right.
okay, fair enough. So, and I'm being serious, and I'm being honest. I was sort of like, fucking all right. To myself, I thought, all right,
Mm,
wow. And what is that? Absolutely wow. You were people will be pals with whoever, but it's like it's like a couple of other people. It's like Norman and Leslie. I seen a few comments about them as
John,
and
John,
Sarah Bellum.
John, I've got something in my stove. Oh my God, I don't know what it,
Oh,
whether it's a
right.
bird or it's something. Oh, I can't go near it, and it's making noise in there. Oh God. Wait, no, stay there. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I thought you had to cut your live there.
No,
If you have
no,
to,
because I
do
won't
it.
be opening it.
I- I'll entertain your audience.
Oh no, keep it. Stay there. Oh no, what is it?
What
See,
is it?
I don't
What is
know.
it?
I'm,
Is
I'm
it is it a wee leprechaun trying to get out? He needed to jump on for and he's saying, "Get the fucking this
oh,
at
the
me!"
bird.
Yes.
The bird.
What is it, pal?
It's a
You all
little.
right?
Oh, where did you go? Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave this open, and then you can fly out here, and then hopefully we'll get you out. No,
Oh, you mean it's? Oh, I think you meant a stove that was on.
no,
Oh
it's
shit! Is it
so
a wee bird or something that's flew
yeah.
at
It's a little.
you?
I think, and it's gone back up. Oh, please don't go up there. I'm gonna be lighting the fire later. You close it.
I want my fucking dinner.
I have to light my fucking fire. Oh, I did not
Is
mean
that?
nearly
What did
drop
you say? What did you
through me.
say, Sam? Was it?
Oh,
Was what? Oh fucking! Don't you say that? I can't repeat that.
I swear my
It
heart
maybe
nearly
is.
dropped down
It
through me.
maybe.
there. Oh, the fright I got! I thought it was a rat or a mouse.
Sam was maybe thinking, was it as hard as seeing as, but anyway, you bastard.
Well, I put a load of paper in, and I could hear something.
I
The
wondered, I
paper.
wondered what you was. I didn't know if you
No,
were joking there or if you had the stove on and it was
no,
something that was fucking over. Like, you got
yeah,
popcorn in your microwave and it started bubbling over. I wasn't sure if you had something cooking, like today's lunch
no,
or something. But
no.
oh, bless it. So it's so. But
Oh,
but fucking how? I take it it's like a chimney you've got your stove,
yeah,
but
it's
it goes up
solid wood.
onto the roof.
Yeah, it's a solid wood stove. But what happened was we were using a particular type of coal, and it melted the back plate. Oh, and it's out. Oh shit, it's flying around the house. Oh, it's just
Oh shit.
flown into the window. Oh, it's flown into the other
I
window.
wish I
Oh,
could say just it's all right, just can't. But I would be the same. Oh. That's what you'd hear from
please
me
don't.
is
Please just
oh,
stay still for a minute. Oh, please stop knocking yourself out. Oh, Teddy, don't run
oh. I
out the
can
door.
hear that.
Oh,
Bang.
stop. I know. Can you hear it? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Aye.
whoa, whoa. I'm
Oh, I
trying
can.
to help
Oh,
you,
I
Josie.
can hear
Fuck
it fluttering.
still for 5 minutes. No, that's not right. No,
You fucker.
wait, no, Teddy, don't touch him. Teddy, don't touch that board. Now, look, you're hurting yourself. You're freaking yourself out. Stop. You're fucking freaking me.
You got a towel? You got a towel or something? Because you're no better than me. You stay in the country.
Come on. Oh, it's gone. Thank fuck for that.
Have you got it?
Oh,
Oh, bless you. See, that's what I'm saying. It must be. You must. That must happen. No often, but you must get a bit of that every now and again, where a bird will fly
oh.
in.
Well, I had to.
Oh, bless you!
I
I
had
can
to
hear you in this. Oh,
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 my fucking
Jesus
heart.
Christ! Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Holy Jesus Christ and all the fucking saints and angels in heaven. They please. Oh,
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and the wee donkey you rode in on.
the donkey and fucking all the angels and saints.
I love your accent. It's actually when I try and I put in an Irish accent, I get the south, the north, the fucking east, the west. Oh, my accent's all over the place, fucking
Your
all
accent's
over the place.
perfect.
Yeah,
It's fucking deadly.
fucking
Oh,
deadly. Aye.
it's deadly.
When I'm mimicking Bam, it's usually Maddie gets her fucking kill at it. She just laughs and laughs and laughs. But the best one
Oh,
was the best one was when Bam fighting.
I'm not the best.
I'll rip every all your fucking clothes off and I'll drag you down the street.
Oh, listen,
Tell it how you feel it.
I've said some very strange things when I've been fighting with people. She used to call me sister, and she just winding her up. Are you my mommy? Are you my mommy? I took the phone off her and I said, I swear to God, I'll reach in and I'll rip your fucking arm off and I'll beat you to death with it, you little fuck. Lost the
I
fucking
reached
plot.
down your throat and pulled your fucking intestines out and ripped them
Oh
up and
no,
cooked them and feed them back
that
to
was a go-to for me. I swear to God, I'll reach in, I'll take your heart and I'll rip it fucking out. I'll dance on it in front of you, you prick. Yeah, that would have been my go-tos, but yeah,
Yeah,
no. I've calmed down
brilliant.
a lot since then. You
Aye,
know?
no, no. I was going to say you calmed down since you got the wee bird out, but you calmed down a lot since then. But
Oh, dear,
I think
my
I
heart.
think we all do. I think I used to have a saying, like no, I'm not going to repeat it. On something to do with your house and fucking your fat nah. But anyway, yeah, we all have our wee sayings where we go through the roof and.
Oh yeah,
All I can see is Kisses comment with laughing emojis everywhere. It's
you're
Sheila, I'm
all
dying
bad.
here. Tell your buddy
Oh,
to go look. Oh shit, I missed that. It disappeared. Kisses comment.
sorry. Yeah. You're all bastards for that. I was really scared, okay? I was really scared. Fluttery things in my face freak me out, okay? I don't like fluttery things in my face, okay?
I
You
think
can
she was saying,
twist that
get
whatever
your
way you
hubby,
want.
get your hubby later to take you up your flue. Oh, Wicked, that's what I was going to say to you.
You dirty
Stop
bitch.
that. Everything I say, you dirty bastard. You keep saying something like that. That's what he said. That's what she. I've been having this all week. That's what she said? Yeah, it was something I was. Know what I done last night? How the fuck was that? I bought something for the supermarket last night or the night before. It was cookie dough. Well, I thought it was just normal shit. You took out the carton, you cut it up with a wee bit of ice cream.
Yeah.
Sam walks in and goes, "It's really fucking deadpan with a shitty look on her face. That needs put in the oven."
Oh,
What's that? What did you say there? What were you shouting?
I don't feel angry.
Here,
No, you'll
you
just
can't hear
fuck
yourself.
off. It's so fucking romantic. That's just I told you, stop talking like that. You know what it does to me. Stop it, Salty.
We can't hear
Didn't get
Salty.
me swearing.
We can't hear Salty in the background, so you're going to have to repeat everything.
Oh, do you know what it is? It's that's weird. These fucking new Apple earphones, they must only pick up my voice, and that's what it is, the noise cancellation. So they didn't pick up anything for anybody else. So they can't fucking hear you, right? Right, Mrs. Yeah, shut the fuck up. She gets her kill at me trying her Irish accent. She gets her kill at it. She doesn't know that it's absolutely shite.
No, it's not bad. You've got a few scores down now. It's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, say this. Now, this is a good tester, right? I have me mates all in
Clear,
London saying this. It's hilarious.
clear my throat.
Right. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on Tonto.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on Tonto.
Well, we're veering off kind of Kerry there. So come back.
See what I mean, Kerry? You've got all different. See, that's what I'm saying, Wicca. See, in Edinburgh, right? I drove up as a kid. I was in a car. I was in the car with my family, and we drove for Edinburgh, 20 miles. And Brian will attest to this. Maybe 20 miles outside Edinburgh, and as soon as you drive up for just a tiny wee bit through to
Oh, yeah.
Glasgow, oh my fucking word, you can hear the accents getting, they're getting deeper and
Oh, yeah.
deeper and deeper, and then you come to like Brian, and it's how you've heard Brian talking. Like
Yeah.
Brian's very to me. And we're
He's
meant to be the
posh.
posh. Edinburgh's meant to be the posh part.
Yeah, but he's
Brian
posh.
is posh when he put.
Posh.
He's like Rabbit Dog. He pronounces his words properly.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of slang in my voice, so it's just the way I think. See what I mean? I'll say to Sam the way, and I'll right away I'll correct it and say the way the way. And I don't know why I do it. We're having this discussion the other night there. I don't know why I do it. I think I'm just trying to correct myself on the way I speak. Now, there, on the way I speak, no, the way I speak or the way I talk. But anyway, as you go out of Edinburgh, you can, now this is me talking, trying to talk like, as you go out of Edinburgh, you can tell the difference and it's right away. And when you get through to wee dark arseholes bit, it's they sing their words. All right, Cassius, I want a square go with you. Oh,
Yes.
right, 4 laughing emojis. Cassius, you're picking on a disabled woman. It's fucking classic.
Interesting though. But isn't that interesting? She's able to drag out her disability whenever it suits her. But if I say, "Hang on a second, you're all on top of me now. I need a minute to straighten
Yep.
this out." I am autistic at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, she's playing the autistic card. Blah blah blah. No, there's too many
No.
people saying too many things. I need to step back. I need to get it straight. There's just
Yeah.
too much coming at me, and I have to decompress and then sort of figure out what needs to be put first. So having ADHD as well.
Aye. But what's the
So
difference with you saying that? And
Yeah,
as you said, it's too much coming at you at once. Where it's whoa, 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 slow down a wee bit. Let me
sometimes.
process what you're saying. Sometimes it doesn't matter if it's sometimes, all the time, none of the time. It's the same. It's absolutely wicked. And I'll agree. I'll absolutely agree with you. There. It's you? That is you. And it's the way your mind processes people, either people talking or five or six people trying to get their voice at the same time. All you're saying is, wait a minute,
Yeah.
that I'm, or even a comment like, I'm autistic. Oh, so you're autistic? That means that you're something special. Oh, fucking boo. No,
And
no, 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 no. I'm just stating a fact. I'm putting out something there to maybe not even educate them, but I'll use that to educate you as in a way that I can't process so many people. And as you said, autistic, that level of I don't know how you'd say that level of being autistic or ADHD. I think I've got ADHD because I speak like a fucking racehorse. I really
yeah.
do, and then then I can calm myself right down when I'm talking. She's fucking. See what I've done with Sam. See for that underworld. I go. And every time I do it, she kills herself laughing. See when I go, that means everything. Like, shut the fuck up, you bastard. Just stop getting on my nerves. Stop getting on my nerves. Or do whatever. Insert whatever you want to say. That's the worst of the worst, and that's my. But I totally read you, darling. I totally read you, and I get what you're saying, and it's just like one of them saying. I've got ADHD. I can't. But it's the way I am. Blah blah blah.
Mm.
I didn't say anything. They can't pick you up, darling, on these earphones.
Yeah,
They're
we can
too
do.
fancy for you, Samantha. See what I mean? I was going to say Sam, and I meant Samantha.
Ooh, you're both actually, you're in trouble.
Fucking right, and as I said, when I got my full handle when I was a wee lad at primary school, that's when I knew I was in trouble with the
Oh, same,
teachers.
same. Or
Oh,
at home,
fucking.
when you
And I'll
get your
tell you
full
what.
title at home, oh fuck, run.
Oh, fuck that shit. Oh, my God. See, when my father used to do that.
Oh yeah, run.
When he was here. I was going to say when he was here. When he used to do that, I would go to my mother and say, you're grounded. Mum, can I go out to play? Of course you can, son. She just give him a dirty look and she'd say, fuck off, you bastard.
Touch him or I'll kill you.
Exactly. Touch him, look at him and I'll kill you. But,
The
aye,
look
it
from
was.
the others would wither you. You know, you wouldn't even look at them. You wouldn't even ask. You know, just
Aye. I think, do you know, I think a lot of it played into being an only child as well. Was my mother was that sort of
yeah, probably.
protective over me. It
Oh
was just because my mother's got eight sisters and two brothers. I think it's 8 sisters or sisters, two brothers. It's a big Catholic family, but I
yeah.
think it was Outback that said that years ago when I says it's a family business and they went, I take it they're all Catholics. Fuck me, I forgot to fucking laugh, you bastard. But
Yeah.
it's one of the things. But but as I say, my aunties and uncles, it's like my wee nana. She was like my mother when I come home from school, and my mother, if my mother wasn't in, I'd go down to my nana's, and I remember there was sorry, I'm going to just quickly say
No,
this.
you're
I'm going off course. There was an advert that I remember someone phoned. It wasn't Social Security. It was like oh fuck, what was it? When you phone for kids, it's like the CPS in America.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They phoned her because she was throwing a sandwich wrapped up, I might add, in a bit of cling film out the window to us, and she was on a ground flat. She would throw sandwiches, and it was all fucking Mrs. McGowan next door.
Oh,
She had phoned the Social Security, not Social Security, the whatever it was, social work department
yeah.
on her, And that was when, like, your kids, see, when your kids skip to school, that's when the
Yeah.
mother would have to pay the fine. So she done that. See, about maybe 7, 8 year ago, there was an advert on the TV, and I don't know if you'll remember it. I don't know if it was that long. And there's a wee ginger-haired lassie, a wee ginger-haired Scottish girl, and she's shouting up, "Mum, I'm hungry!" And she's making she's making her a piece, and she throws it out the window. And see, when I seen that, it all flooded it off, fucking flooded back on me. And I thought, you old bastard. How dare you stick my old nana into the fucking into that? How dare you phone up and report her? But
Wow.
it was just. I think she was just an old bastard. That was just. She didn't have anything else to do. And what I always remember were she used to make. You remember the wombles? She would make
Yeah.
a 1 foot fucking womble, or a 1 foot or 2 foot womble, and they were brilliant. And I used
Wow.
to, because we used to go, what it was my nana never had a phone back then. I mean, she did have a phone, but you can imagine all the daughters and the two sons, they would use it. And Ricken, I don't know if you'll remember this. No many people do. See the old phones,
Yeah.
with the old receivers. See if you wanted a number, you could tap the dials
I
like
know. We
for
used to.
337, it'd be 123, 123, 123, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you'd get on that way. So that my wee nana had a lock on the phone.
Yeah.
They would be tapping the fucking numbers, and she'd still wonder, how the hell am I getting a 10 back then, a £10 phone bill? What the hell's going on? And or either that or the look would be broken off it, and it was Ma. I never called my mother Ma. It'd be Ma. It wasn't me. But see, when my nana, she was as nice as come. Never lift a hand to them, but she when she had to, no lift a hand. When she had to, it'd be a slipper right over the back of the fucking neck, and it was good to see, because that's all she would do. And I remember getting on the bus one day, because when my youngest aunt, my Aunt Angela, when she was when she was in primary 7, it, for the Americans and everybody else, when she was in primary 7, the wee school, before you went to high school, I was in primary 1, and I remember my mother, my mother's the oldest, my mother and my nana, when I got on the bus, they must have got on the stop before that. It was to make sure all the kids were going to school, because back then, as I said, they would have to pick up the bill.
Yeah.
Like, you would get fined back then if you didn't. If your kid didn't go to school, it was you that got taken to court, and it wasn't just like a children's panel or shit like that. You got taken to court, and it was 15. It was a £15 fine or a £10 fine,
Ruins.
and it was because your kid was skipping school,
Yeah.
because you had the
Truancy.
the truancy officer back.
Yeah.
That's it. The truancy officer back then. I don't think you've got them now, Wicken, for some reason.
I don't think
I,
so. But if your kid misses more, in over here anyway, misses more than 20 days in the year, they contact the department. Or if they're constantly late, they contact the department. So yeah, there's things like that over here, that if there's more than 20 days of school missed, they have to contact the department. So
Now, what they've
yeah.
got, what I've realised with my wee cousin Kirsty, when they go to school, they would get a phone call at 10. It would usually be 10 past or 11:30. If they weren't in that school, you would get a phone call. I think it still happens now. You get a phone call to your house, because I think it's just to inform the parents that, listen, your kid isn't at the school.
Oh,
In
well,
other words,
secondary. We do get that in secondary. We don't get it in primary because, well, the kids
naturally, it's too
be
young.
walked.
Aye,
Yeah, they have to
yeah,
be walked to
yeah.
school and picked up. So I mean, they kind of have to go to school. And if you're in the countryside in County Clare, well, there's nowhere to go, so they're better off being in school. They're in the fucking
See,
arseholes of nowhere, you know. But
aye,
no, in the secondary schools, no, they will ring you, or they'll send a text message to
send
let
the
you know,
text.
yeah, your daughter is
It
absent
must
from.
have been it must have been when she first started secondary. But I'll tell you, see the primary school, but it's back then in 1974. Things were different. I used to walk back for the sec for it wasn't maybe no primary primary 1, primary 2, maybe primary 3, primary 4. I would love to walk back to the school, but it was up by Surgeons Hall, along South Side, and you're talking a good five fucking miles. But it was different. I loved it. I loved running. And walk it. I'd walk or run back for the school, and I'd stop off at the wee newsagents, buy my fucking Dandy or my Beano, the wee comics. I used to love them. I'd
Yeah.
buy them. I'd go back home. I'd shut up, you. She, you know what it is? She is so congested. She is the salty one's so congested. She's been ill for about a week. Not ill for about a week, but she's been
Oh,
no. She can't breathe. She can't. She's not up to fucking much. As I
oh,
see when you get old salty, things start falling up. When you start getting old, things start falling, breaking, and no working anymore.
oh, fucking hell.
That's what she said. Yeah, I know,
Ain't that
salty.
old?
Once again, I walked right into fucking that one.
Feel better, Salty. Oh
Feel
my
better.
God. Who do we have? Brian.
Oh,
Good
Brian.
afternoon.
Now, Brian,
Yay,
go and
we
try
can
and
hear you.
talk a wee bit more like with the slang. Don't
Like the
show me up.
slang. Don't show
Aye,
you up.
don't. Denny, show me up. There you go. Denny,
Maybe.
Denny, show me up. There you go, pal.
Yeah,
There you
we've
go.
decided
It's just
you're
the way
very
you're going,
posh,
yeah,
Brian.
bastard, G.
We've decided you're very posh, Brian. Yeah, very posh.
Yeah. I must have, see, I can say that to my friend. I can say, yeah, bastard, Jay.
Oh,
Without
yeah.
an LOL at the end, and he'll pick it up, but at least he knows that I'm fucking with him. But
Yeah.
as I says,
Well, over here in Ireland, the worst name you call your mates, it means the closer you are. I could call my friends the worst fucking names under the sun, and they'd laugh because it's a term of endearment. If I didn't
okay,
like you, I'd be quite nice to you, and then you'd need to worry.
had
You
to
know
convince Sam for the first 2 weeks. Fuck off. It
what?
means that it's a Scottish compliment. It's like what? Oh fuck it! I'll not say Hibs because Hibernian nobody knows that. It's like Celtic.
You fucking
No, I said what I said was some cunt like yourself would, and then I stopped here. What I was meaning was someone like yourself would. You scalping my
Oh,
arse. That turns me on. That does nothing more, darling. But yeah, I don't know. See, you made me forget. Oh, the 3 brain cells I've got left, you fucking just use one of them, scalping my arse.
Yeah,
But
bastard, G.
you bastard, you. Aye. My pal drives HGVs.
how's Brian anyway? Are you well?
How are you, pal?
Yes, I've been away this morning. I've had my nails done. I've had a haircut. I'm just going to take the doggy woggies over the park for 10-15 minutes because it's very warm, so I'll not take them out too long.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
Brian,
yeah.
just a quick thing, mate. Sorry, Wicked. Do you get your nails done, mate? I know a lot of people that do, but do you get your nails
Yes,
done?
yes,
Do
get
you?
them manicured
Aye.
once a month. Yeah, fuck.
Ah.
But come on.
It was the dogs. It was the dogs, I bet you.
Because I heard has got my nails done. That's what I heard has got my nails done. Do
I
you get your
know. I'm
nails done,
getting
Brian?
better at this.
That's how I had to put in. I know a lot of people that do. They are fucked.
Ah,
No,
well,
I don't know
no.
anybody who gets their nails done. Nah, I'm not
no,
kidding you,
it's a
pal.
battle to get a haircut, so
Oh,
got the kids
Brian,
off on holiday over here as well. It's just every place I went to up the street, man, it was fucking mobbed.
come down my end. We were just talking about it earlier, pal. I don't know if you were
No, I
busy
never seen
working
it
or
now.
if you're thinking. But we were talking about the wee Turkish barber I had, and there's about maybe 6 that's they put up shop in the street. But see, that's what I'm going to ask the both of you: is there and people in chat now in Britain, in Edinburgh, and see how they keep changing the fucking certain ethnicities, if that's the right word. They,
Yes.
they keep changing the shop's names. Now, I'm sure they get a year's free tax and a
They do.
year's free. Do
Aye.
they, Wicker?
Free
Right,
tax, and
right.
then I think the first year they get it's something to do with the VAT as well.
Yeah, they
That's
get a
right.
lot of
So
grant.
that's
Yeah, they get a
so
lot of
sorry.
grant.
That's how the shop will maybe go into somebody else's name or
Oh
the
yeah,
Aye.
brother or the cousin the
yeah,
year after it and get no even a paint job. Just we've gave up the shop. Fuck.
yeah.
Honestly,
Tax.
slippery, but
Aye.
slippery. Aye. Do
Oh,
we
But
get
absolutely.
but
that?
the thing is, the likes of your Nisa shops and that, some of them will be a Spar, and then maybe 2 or 3 years down the line it's a Nisa. The way they work is Nisa will come in, oh right, change to us, and we'll put new fridges and freezers in, we'll put new lights in. So they do the shop up, so they stay with them
What?
for 3 years and then they move on to somebody else.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
So
that's how
what?
it
They'll get
works.
new fridges and new freezers and shit.
Aye, but they're tied into Nisa or the Morrison Dailies. There, if you get the full
Oh.
shop done, you're tied with Morrison's for 5 years.
Now, I used to always think it was the Prince's Trust or something that gave them these grants, but I take it it's
No,
just our government that gives them the grants.
no, well, it's Nisa.
Nisa, sorry, you keep saying Nisa, sorry, Brian. I thought that was just with
Ken, I'm
the
just taking it in general as Ken as
like with the
like a
white
corner shop.
with the aye. I thought you meant just like with the white goods that
No,
it was a certain company that gave them that. But I'll tell you what, that's now it's made me even more fucking annoyed. But
but
see,
your thing
Mayor,
with your Turkish barbers are a lot of that's sort of hiding money here, there, and everywhere. That's they're just
aye.
fronts on it
Well,
again.
the wee Turkish barber I've got, I'll tell you honestly, he's just done up his shop, and I know for a fact is it's like see when they get the signs and they put them on the windows and that they advertise like just say it was the new vapes that's come out or vape whatever vapes. That my wee Turkish barbers is tiny. The shop's fucking tiny, and it's about the size of honestly, it's about the size of my living room. It's fucking so anyway. What he's done is he's got a beautiful sort of oak. It's no oak. It's what's the wood that's all pressed together, Brian? Plywood. It's just
Oh,
plywood with that veneer over it, Wiccan.
Nice.
So what they've done is somebody's advertised. So he's advertising their aftershave. That's what it is because every bottle of aftershave hasn't been touched. So that's the only way that he's had his shop done up. Now this wee guy's struggling, so he could easily. I don't know if this works this way with him. He could easily put that name into his son's name and then start. I don't know how it works. But
Yeah.
aye, see that like it gets on my fucking nerves. It really gets on my last nerve when I see so our country, and I'm sorry for using this word, they're raping our country with all
yeah,
the immigrants, all these fucking people coming in, and they're
So
coming
that
in,
good.
and I've seen people saying that the French police they'll literally will look the other way when the boats are getting thrown and pushed into the sea. Because what I didn't understand was Spain has taken in 20, 30,000. No, I'm just using a number. Spain has
yeah.
taken a look at them. Germany. And here's me thinking, fucking go somewhere else in Europe. No, I can't say that because half of Europe's taken in no more than us, but a lot of them have taken in more than what we have. But see, when you've got that wee bit of France, the closest bit of France to the closest bit of Britain, that wee bit where they're coming over, and you've got was it? I don't know what was in the papers the other day. There, it was 20,000 in the space of I don't know what to say a month.
6 months.
It was six. Yeah,
6 months.
Brian, thank you, pal. 6 months,
You're
the
welcome,
space of
John.
6 months. This no, honestly, I'm being serious. I thought that was maybe a year, Brian. The space
No,
is six
6 months.
fucking month, and that is now. So you can. I watched that program. So you've got you've got 11 people that was the customs and excise walked into, into an Indian in an Indian shop, a curry house, walked into it. There was all them standing. Now, I could not fucking believe this. Out of the 11 of them, 3 of them had their passport. Now, see the 3 that had a passport? They were shanghaied right onto a bus, right on in the back of a Polish van, boom, right to the Polish station, and then put into one of the these cells before they're booted out the country. See
Right.
the rest of them, please report. They've all got a card. Report to a police station within 7 days. Oh, aye, they're all going to report to a fucking police station within 7 days. All right, not in a million years. You're not going to see that. You are
No.
not. If you've had that. Sorry, what the words I'm looking for. If you've pushed and tried to get the country that bad, I mean, over all these hurdles, there is no way on God's green earth that you're going to hand yourself into a police station,
No.
7 days and say, "Oh, here, boss, here I am. I'm sorry, I come in the country and I'm working in the India." Now, fair enough. I'm glad that the person that owns the shop, I think it's 20. I think it is £20,000
Yeah.
each person that
Mm.
they get thing, and quite right, because they've got these poor bastards on
Oh,
a
yeah.
wage of maybe what, £4 or £5 fucking
And
day. It's
yeah.
not an hour, it's £4 or £5 a day for what these people were getting paid. And there was one guy, my heart went out to this guy. He had the wee white hat on his head, so he wasn't sort of Afghanistan. Maybe he was, but he was not a different religion, and
Yeah.
he was sobbing his fucking heart out. You see me, I'm chicken hearted. My heart went out to this guy, and I thought,
Yeah.
I wish that he would have went through the right channels and
I know.
came in the proper way. And so if they come and do that, they'll go through the right channels, they'll come in the right way, and they'll pay their tax and their whatever. That it's the house that what I'm getting at is it affect. I don't need to tell any use. It's the housing. I'm just harping on it. It's the housing, the fucking the DHS, the money for the DHS, SS, and what I cannot stand abide is every time I go up to the shops, just like for cigarettes or for something small, which I've spoke to you guys about. When
Mm.
I've been up to shops, there's always one of these fucking Romanians sitting outside, and I didn't. Sorry if I'm thinking anybody that's Romanian. There's always one of these Romanian women that's sitting outside begging for money. It was one person I saw putting £1 in her wee tub the other day there, and I stopped and I had enough of it. I says, "Look, missus, you get money for the social security, you get housing for the social security. Stop asking for money." I don't know, maybe call me a bastard, but I got sick of it. It's the same one, and I know that at the Frasers in Princess Street, Brian, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Aye.
There's a van load of them that get dropped off there. I'm talking about maybe 20, 30 of
Oh,
them.
they do it here. They do it here too.
And
Yeah.
a- and okay, I've seen it in America.
Yeah.
They've with the signs up. My child has got, and it's the worst of the worst. How fucking dare you? My child has cancer. I
I know.
need money. And they go up to them, and they're gypsies, and that's no offense to Romani gypsies or any gypsies over here. I'm talking about gypsies for Romania that's come over to the States, and they bastards will sit. And every time there's a group of people now that will out them, and they go up to them, and there's oh yeah, a bit of laugh. There was one guy that plays. I think I said that last time. It's like a harmonium. It's not a harmonium. It's like a piano. You hold it in your hand. It's a big thing with the piano keys in it.
Accordion.
And aye, it's fucking like that. It's like that, is that, Brian? But what he's got it added, he's got it plugged into a fucking iPhone. So it's your iPhone
Aye,
that's
but
playing
that's the thing. Have you ever noticed when they're all out begging and they're all doing on their hunkers with the wee cards? They've all got iPhone 16s.
Yeah, but like there's a more insidious reason why we've cracked down on them over here is because you see the women, that have the little baby, and the babies are always asleep. Now you could sit there for hours and that child won't wake up. They've been drugging the kids. That's what we found.
Aye, right,
Been drugging the
right.
kids, keep them
That's
asleep so they won't move around, and like it's really, really bad.
disgusting.
It is
Yeah.
disgusting. It is really, really fucking bad. But on the other side of it, if they don't come home with a certain amount of money, they get the head bet off them. So I mean, it's a horrible situation. I don't look at they shouldn't be in the country in the first place for them to be in that situation. But now that they are, like, what the fuck do you do with them? I mean, you know, we know where
Yeah.
all the money's going. It's going to one person. It's going back to their home country. They're building mansions over there. We all know it. There's been so many exposés done on what's happening over in Hungary and everywhere else. We know what's going on, but it's the children that are being drugged that is the really worrisome thing. You know, because you watch them. Next time you watch them, those kids don't move. And you can be there for hours and those kids don't move. They're out cold.
It's no, and I'm saying that's sick as fuck. And I'm sorry for the language, but I'm sorry. That is the worst of the worst of the worst. When you're having to drug your kids for them to be quiet or for them, it's nasty. That is fucking nasty. Really. You know something? For once, no often I'm stuck for words with that. I really am. I really fucking am.
Well, that's what they found over here. They done a big expose on all the Romanian travelers and the Hungarians and whatever, and they started watching the kids, and
Jesus,
like these kids weren't moving for hours and hours and hours, and actually had to be lifted up and put on, like, still out cold on one of their shoulders and carried back into the, like, no kid, no 2-year-old or a year or, you know, even a few months old is going to lie that long, is going to sleep like that long during the day. They just won't. You know, they're peckers at that. They're into everything, and you know what I mean. They're busy little people at that
I've had
age.
enough to be cousins and me cousins and cousins, and to know that they are into every plug socket, everything they could chew and choke on and swallow, and do you know what I mean? As you said, Wiccan, they're into everything. But to do that to a kid is just it's fucking fallible. Aye, it's wow.
That's what they're doing to, you know, to make them look more pitiful with the baby on their lap, you know, wrapped up in blankets. Oh, my baby, oh, and the sleeping child. And yeah, it's terrifying because you don't know when you walk away. Is that child going to be breathing, or is it going to overdose? Has it overdosed? Is it
That's
overdosed?
you took the words out of my mouth here. That's what I'm saying. How do they know how much is it? How much is not too much, or how much is enough?
I think they've been doing it so long, John. I think they've been doing it so long that they're professionals at it now.
Right. So they know what they're doing. They've been doing it that long that they know exactly how much. A teaspoon, like you know, to give a kid medicine on the plastic teaspoons, they'll give them 2 of them a night all or Tylenol or whatever the hell it is they give them, or Benadryl or whatever. And they'll give them that. I'll knock the kid out. Is that? Are you talking about when they wrap them round their? You know how you get a cloth thing? I've always got the jitters when I see them. It's like a cloth wrapped round herself, and the bearings, the kid's wrapped inside it, so he's stuck up against their stomach and their chest.
It can be either those little ones. They don't do it so much with the ones that are like 6 months and all of that, but it's the older ones that they can't get them to sit down. You know, like the 2-year-old, the 1.5, 2-year-olds, 2.5, 3-year-olds. It's that age group that they're drugging. You know,
it's sad.
It is fucking sad. It's terrifying, you know, and you know, they blew the water off it in the expose that they did over here. RT finally did something fucking, you know, followed them and everything, like, and this was going on for a long time, like, so, you know, they were right in everything that they were saying about them, you know. So
John, what is it you said they were using to drug them? Just that Sam couldn't manage to write it down quick enough there.
I know. Tylenol, Benadryl. Do you know what it is? It's because of the what's. That's the only reason I know all the fucking drugs. Tylenol, and I'm sorry I didn't mean to go into that. That's the only reason I can come out with all these different names, because a few, I don't know if a couple of them's American. I couldn't tell you left or right with the drugs.
American
The
one.
The only one I sorry for cutting you off there. The only one I know is what's the one that we used to always get as a kid for, like, with teeth in? What is it, darling?
Actifed.
No,
Alcohol.
Calpol,
Calpol,
that's
yeah.
the one. That's the one. Calpol. It's the only drug. It's only no drug. It's the only thing I knew that a kid got when they were either teething or they were the snotters running down their face, and do you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? It was like give themselves Calpol, but
yeah.
it was Calpol. Great Benadryl, Tylenol, and all the rest of them. They're on. It's all new. It's all new names to me. But and I've none of my wee cousins. I can honestly say. None of my aunties I ever saw. Now they could have behind closed doors. They could have given their kids that, but it was all a wee soapy Calpol, and I'm talking about a fucking smidge.
Yeah.
They did never ever gave the kids, and I'm not against any sort. And I must state this totally pure clearly. I'm not against any parent having to give their kids that or giving them that on a on a normal basis, which
Oh
or
yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? More, no normal, but on a basis
On a
where
medically
it's
basis, basically. On a
that's
medically,
it. That's the one. Aye.
yeah.
Ours were ever teething. We just gave them ketamine.
Oh
I
really?
mean,
Oh,
here's a
that Wayne's having
here's,
some sleep. That was Tuesday I gave it.
here's a speed bomb that'll keep you up
Yeah.
and put you sleep. Oh
Well,
Jesus!
Um,
hey.
Didn't know I said that. I forgot I said that. Aye. But she's the that. Here's a wee half a Valium. That'll calm you down, darling. I'll take it. Oh my God! I tell you. I get the pregabalin off the doctor. I can't take them because they knock me fucking haywire. I took them once and I couldn't lift my head off the pulley, off the edge of the sofa.
Yeah,
The
oh wow.
cat I left with there must have been one in the drawer. When I took a packet out, the fucking cat ate it.
Oh
And
no.
aye, but what happens is you're meant to that cats that's the drug the fuck you laughing,
what's that?
silly. She's listening. She's got her headphones in, listening to this, listen to the live. But what is the fucking cat's chewed this. His eyes are at 5 to 1 in the fucking morning. He's hanging off the fucking bed and sounds like that. Ah, you'll be all right, darling. You'll be all right. It's fine. I'm like, that's my fucking wee cat. I had to Google it, and then I found out that what they give them. And I thought, where's his fucking nail clippers? Because he's like a fucking his feet and his claws are like a fucking jaguar. I'm sick of. It's like I self-harm. Honestly, my arms with him. He's ripping into me. So I'm like that. Where's the clippers? Where's the fucking clipper? And do you know something? For the life of me, I could not find his nail clippers. And I thought, you little bastard, you're getting drunk the next time. next time I go to
Listen, the easy way to stop the marks in your arms is tell Sam to use a softer rope and don't tie it so hard. Go on, say it. Yeah,
Tried that.
bastard, Jay.
You bastard. Aye. No, that's actually a nice one. That's a nice one. I'll get to put a bit of velvet round my wrists and round my ankles.
Don't be giving him ideas, Brian, for fuck's sake.
Exactly. I've got one of the wooden beds with the wee notches. I know you're going to see about mattresses in a minute. I know. I've not forgot. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful day
Oh,
here.
listen. Can you imagine, right? Like all different people line up in the long ago when you'd have your armies and your flags and all of that, your standards, as they'd say. They put up your standard to know who you're fighting. Martin's up. It's a big
What's
white,
that?
yellow pistol.
The McClows, the McDougals,
The
the
McFish.
fish stain, the fish stain sheets. Let's go. Sorry, we were able that day, lads. We had to clean up. Had to do a washing.
We were doing the washing.
Aye,
Do the
we're
washing before
scrubbing our
we go
sheets
to
off the
battle.
rocks.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'll not forget
Is there anybody get any of that? Salute bang! One spray and it's gone. Fucking sure it wasn't.
Here's an idea. Fuck it in the bin and buy a new one.
There you fucking go. Absolutely. I mean, if I had as much humidity in
Forget
quotes as that, my sheets would be in the bucket because I wouldn't want anyone, Sam, seeing my humidity worn piss stained sheets. And I'm sorry, Martin, you can go fuck yourself because you've ripped into me too often. Oh, yes, too fucking often. So
Yeah.
you take your piss shit sheets and put them as the new Norway flag because I've got a friend that's fucking Norwegian. So take that sheet, you flab it over, and I'm sure Helen will be able to look out her window for fucking the edge and wave to you. Oh my God, put my arm up there. It's
Imagine,
fucking see, I'm getting
Listen, if
old.
she can't see it, if the wind's blowing the right direction, she'll get a drift. She'll get the drift.
oh dear. Yeah. You can smell them coming. Can you imagine her being like Maid Marian or something up a fucking tower and he's coming to save her?
Maid Marian, we're out there. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah, exactly. But yep, you put it there, Val. You endorsed it with your video, your deadpan video. Fucking Lego head. You endorsed it. So, yep, keep putting it out. Keep putting these videos out to claim that it wasn't piss, it was humidity or
Oh yeah.
pee. I'm not sure the words she used. It
Martin
wasn't
didn't
urine.
wet the bed. It was humidity.
Humidity.
Martin didn't wet the bed.
Oh,
It-
you're good at it. You
Humidity.
see. You're fucking Alan. Oh my God, that
Answer
done
the
my
question,
fucking
Bubbles.
head.
Answer the question, Bubbles. Answer the question, Bubbles.
Oh, don't! You're getting too good at this because you sound the fucking double there. Honestly, answer the question, Bubbles. Answer it. Answer the question. That was
Listen,
it.
talking about doubles, did you try that with the messages last night? Put it on 2 times speed.
With the
What, with
message.
who? With me?
No, when we were in chat, mine says to you about the messages. If you put it in 2 times speed, what happens?
Oh, aye,
Oh,
aye,
yeah.
aye, 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 yeah.
People
I
end up
saw
sounding
that.
like another person.
Yes.
It's very funny, actually. It only dawned. I was like, oh shit, yeah, he's right. I'm sorry. I think the funniest laugh I've ever heard is Sheila, you're gonna hit me. You're probably gonna punch me next time you see me. But I love
Yeah.
her laugh. Her giggle is
Oh
just
my
It's funny,
fucking
isn't it?
word.
the funniest.
See between her and Kiss. Holy fuck.
Oh my fucking word! I was in bits. I was fucking poorless. Just listening to the two of them. There's a jump up between the two of them, and it's absolutely fucking
I know.
amazing. It's brilliant. Sheila's got one of the laughs where it's just.
It's like Dastardly and Muttley.
It really is.
Aye, it is. Yeah, you're right. Aye. That's the one. That's the fucking one. Aye, that's the one. But
I love
I
it.
can.
It's brilliant.
I can see Salty writing in chat that JC left her. No,
What?
you abandoned her. I think. Do you know something? I think things just go.
I'm just
I
seeing her
think.
comment now.
Aye, I think things just go distant. I'm saying I can see your comment where maybe I. Oh right, sorry. I thought you said she left me. And she said, I said, play JC's video. You don't have to be so fucking crass the way you talk to me.
Yeah,
With your other
bastard, you.
words, you bastard, you. Oh, no. Fucking Brian, you're going to get my fucking heater. I can't say that to your
Oh,
horses.
listen, come here.
Oh, no, you
American.
Calm
will. You have that
yourselves
shoe
down.
fucked.
They'll be saying it's domestic violence next, for fuck's sake. Calm
I know.
yourselves down.
I know. Aye. I will be getting accused of battery hitting women and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm using my girlfriend. I can
Oh,
fucking laugh now, dark ass. I really can. So I can.
I know.
And I am going to take the piss out of you. Abs 165 days a year. 365 days a year, you little shit. I really
And you
am
can
because you're
take that to the bank. Aye.
Jesus, we've had Cassie's typing with elbows, now he's talking with tongues.
You fucking no kid. don't. It's your lads fucking the way you're talking, Wiccan. You have got that to a fucking T. I mean, a fucking T. It's perfect, right? Should maybe
What?
go on
Who
and
else?
kid on.
Val.
Make a
Val.
Val. Oh,
Matthew.
aye, Val.
Didn't.
I
Well,
call, aye. I
it
call
was
her lad for some
mid.
reason. Sorry. Exactly. It's not
It's
that. She's
when she breaks there, and it's like she wanted to piss herself laughing. You can even see her trying to keep her face together. Like I'm like, why didn't you just laugh? It would have been funnier. It would have been like it would have been
it would have
better.
been a lot better. Yep.
As you
There
say,
you go.
watch her eyes when she's saying that. You just look at her eyes and you go,
I know. She doesn't even believe what she's saying, for fuck's
What you mean eyes? You mean eye, Brian? You
sake.
remember someone said that about her hair? I think it was Bam. She said, "Aye, when you got your hair put over your one of your eyes, that means you're trying to hide something." The next fucking video she done, her hair was out of her eye, and it was and you can see both yaks or both eyes, I would say. But aye, definitely. But talk about people when they really they come up on something and think to themselves, shit, I've really got to change the way I've sort of my appearance on making a video. But yeah, I it always fucking do. They always get it wrong.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why I go live, is just to correct it, because I'm not fucking having it. They've done enough shit now towards us, and we've taken enough shit. When after we walked from BAM, and after all of that kind of ridiculous crowd justice shit, and all we've taken enough. People
Aye,
need to understand that we are not BAM. We are our own people. Okay.
that's the one.
Nobody's
Aye.
hands are fucking clean. Everybody's done shit on both sides. Nobody's coming out of this smelling the roses. So why don't you just shut your fucking cake hole, mind your own business, deal with your own fucking business, and leave us alone, and we won't have anything to say about you. It's that fucking simple.
Oh, that take that to the fucking bank.
Take
That was a
that.
statement, and take that and have. Is it take that or have that
Oh,
and
have
have
that.
have that, the Y to the E.
I'm gonna
Ex-
drag her from the Y to the E.
a couple of people will. Sorry for the what the Y to the what?
The Y to
Yeah,
the
the Y
E.
to the fucking E. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. I've swiped it by Google because Sam says, since she's trying to mime, let me talk. And I'm trying to sort of say to her sleekily, well, you're going to have to put my fucking headphone in your ear. But I think she's feeling left out here. But
John, what you really wanted to say was, fuck off.
Well, tell
All
her I'll
right.
drop the link. Tell
Oh,
her I'll drop the link for her.
one
Drop the
was
link
let
for her.
them talk. All right. Oh, am I talking too much, darling?
What we need is Frida. We need Frida back in here.
The voice of
Oh,
reason. The voice
Yes.
of
The mother of YouTube.
yes. Well, she's definitely the mummy of us anyway. She reins us in.
Oh, Jesus. We're all the adopted kids.
I know, poor Frida. Putting up with us retrobates.
somebody knows how to hurt someone. It wasn't let me talk, it was let them talk. So I
Oh.
just done the old, screw at the side of the mouth and thrown away the key. The key.
Does Salty want to come up, or is she happy
Just
No,
remember, John,
I
that
feel like. What? Sorry, Paul.
when we come off of this, you've still got to live with Sam.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've got to.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not fucking listening back to it anyway. That's for sure. There was a couple of lives we done, and there was lives we done that were. I don't know who was it you were talking to the other night, Sam, about the cringy ones, about the lives. Anyway, we done lives a way back, and it was Sam and Cheryl talking, and it was Kiss Fact. And do you remember it? It was Sam and her, and honestly, the lives that she done back then, but sort of just before we started talking, or when we were talking, they were cringy as fuck. I can't listen back to them. I will not listen. I refuse to listen back to them. They were just that cringy as fuck. You know what I mean?
Listen,
But,
why don't the two yous do that one night? John and Sam.
what's that, Brian?
Do it alive, the two yous. You sit in one room, she sits in another.
I know. We were on all that.
And then we can all come in and all use.
Can
Come
you put
on,
on
take the
speaker?
link, woman.
Take the link, woman. I can't.
Come on, Frida. Yes, I know you're the oldest, and yes, you are
I
the boss.
can't put on speaker. I didn't know how to put on speaker. It doesn't. My phone doesn't work like that. It's.
If you go
I
back
know.
into more
Frida, you are
on
the boss.
StreamYard, and then you can set your microphone for your phone, headphones, or default.
Oh, wait a wee second. I'm not sure. I didn't know why that is.
I'll keep all you sibbies right. Good result on
Audio.
Saturday, son. Well done.
Oh, it was. It actually was. So phone microphone and AirPods. So
There you go.
I put the phone microphone. Oh no, because when I come out with the when I come off the AirPods, Brian, it goes all weird. It goes all crackly.
Oh yeah.
So it
Ah.
does. Aye, on speaker, it does. You can't silence me. Take a link. Take a
Take
link.
the link, woman. I
Take the
dropped
link,
it.
woman. It's
Oh,
been
you did that
dropped and
really well.
everything.
You did that really well.
Frida says she's not coming up. She's disgusted with her.
Not coming up on panel after last is. Oh no, that wasn't a disaster. You were brilliant.
No, I muted the last time, Samantha. I muted the last time. She's going away into the bedroom. Didn't it take about 5 minutes to walk through this house? I used to say that to her years ago. My hall's about 18 feet long, so I'm in I'm into their posh one, for where you put your wash machine and all that. I've not got one of them, so sorry.
John,
Oh, you
but
room.
before we get this house, we
That's
stayed
silly.
with Jonah's mum for a wee while. And I says to
What's
her,
it?
"Well, we'll take you down, we'll get you a new carpet for your bathroom." So away you go down to the market on a Friday, looking for a new carpet. And the boys
For
were
a
like,
new
"What is it, 8
carpet.
by 6? 8 by 6? No. It can't be any bigger than this." I said, "Oh, fuck aye." The bathroom carpet was 21 feet by 15. That was the size of the bathroom.
No,
Well,
mine's about fucking 8 by 6.
That's
Sorry,
what it was, 8 by
hey
6.
Salty. Hey Salty.
Can y'all hear
Meow.
me?
I can hear you, baby.
you bastard,
All
giving
right.
me a row.
Shut up. Just for I
Talking
want you
too
to mute
much.
yourself, Cassius.
What? I need
Mute
to mute
yourself.
myself.
Yes, mute
We can
yourself.
mute them.
I can whisper. Is the reverb coming back?
No, it's because I don't want you to have the ability to speak.
You bitch, you bastard.
What does that mean? I can't listen. You know what he means by that comment? I can't listen back to any of those live streams because they're so cringy. Because he would be in my chat stalking me, unbeknownst to me at the time, of course.
No, you were going
Aw.
on about fucking people, Englishmen or British, no being circumcised and shit. That
that live stream. That was. You know what? I still think we should do a reaction to that live stream.
You
no,
have to.
That's when Cassius got to find out about the ass cookies. Y'all remember about the
I
ass
was
cookies?
I was so nervous. I'd never
And
done
he
anything
was all
like it.
nervous and all. And
I
it was
was
me and Stroll
nervous.
up there on the panel.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Aw.
Oh
And
shit.
that's when actually he came up. I think is because that's when that Lisa you know what, everybody on YouTube is crazy, so I'm just going to say Lisa the crazy one, or Fingal the crazy one, or fucking all of the crazy ones. Was saying that he was like, what, you were sending her sexualized images of yourself, and this was an ongoing joke between he and I after a while, because I said, you realize that I'm your soulmate, and I'm like the only person that has never seen that picture apparently that's floating around of you showing your tattoo.
A fucking
You know?
tattoo. That was my
And
sexualized picture. A tattoo.
yeah, the sexualized images of himself. So that was being addressed, and I got a phone call or a message from fucking Claire and everybody. Hey Sam, can we do a live stream tonight? I was like, about what? Okay, take the panel, because I was working that day. I was like, okay, and I got home. They started the live stream, and then I got home, And so Cassius was up on the panel addressing all of this stuff with everybody in the community, talking about how this woman had lost her fucking mind and saying he was stalking her and all this other stuff. But that's the live stream that he's talking about. And he said, I just can't. And it's true. I couldn't listen back to it either. I can't.
Oh, you
Can't
There you go.
you have
can't
to
listen.
do a reaction to that. And you
I
have
think
to
we
have,
should.
Fuck
Yeah.
it,
I think we should.
We will.
You have
We
to.
will.
Because you know what, though, if memory serves correctly, and I have a pretty good fucking memory, we were talking about how all of us, some of us have become such good friends, and the internet is a great thing, in that way, and bringing people together, and you never know about finding true love and having friendships and,
Yeah.
meaningful relationships around the world. So in that regard, it would be very profound. In the other way, it would be very difficult because we were talking about uncircumcised penises and bagpipes. So it would be cringy.
Well, I
I
don't need
said mute him,
all
Wicked.
details. We don't need to know details, but that live definitely you have to react to that.
Guys,
That
I'm
would
going to
be
jump
fun.
in for 10 minutes. I've got a wee lasagna in the oven, so I'll love yous and leave
Can
yous.
I have
I'll
some?
catch you
Can I
later.
come to your house, Brian? Can I come to your
Enjoy,
house?
Brian.
More than welcome to come down if you want.
What do you mean? You never get fed here or some shit like that?
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it.
I put on about 3 stone. It's your cooking's lovely. It's,
That's because you
it's
buy all your stuff out of
Good.
Sainsbury's.
Feed him up. Feed him up. He needs feeding, that man.
Sainsbury's. Enjoy your lasagna, pal. Enjoy your
Right,
lasagna.
well, catch you later, guys.
Coming up, darling.
Catch you in
Bye.
a bit.
Bye.
Oh, stop. Were you here for the bird incident? Were you here when I had the bird incident?
I was
Today?
I was listening to it, but I was
Oh,
also here,
really?
in my earbuds, but with
Oh,
him.
dear
That used to
God.
happen. Did it fly into your windows or what
No,
happened?
it flew. I have a solid wood burning stove, okay, and the little door on it, and like we were using this coal ages ago, and it sort of melted the back plate off. So now instead of having a back plate on it, there's just a hole straight up to the chimney. So the bird, I didn't know what it was. Fuck me heart, because I had paper in there. I'm going to light the fire later on, and as all I could hear was
Yeah.
the paper rustling. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. What is that? Like if it was a ghost, I'd be more happy about it because I could deal with that. But I'm sorry, little animals and things. No, I'm gonna lose my little fucking life here. I thought it was a rat. Or was it a mouse? What the fuck is it?
I used to have this big stone fireplace, the old house, and every year, well, it seemed like every year, the swallows would come in and have their nests and lay eggs, and then you would hear these baby swallows, and those things would screech, and So yeah, I was always worried that they were going to get in every year, and then every year we would start a fire and it would burn them alive. I was petrified.
Yeah, I
I was
mean,
petrified.
I got the fireplace and the chimney and all that cleaned last year, so I know there's nothing up there. But I'm going to light the fire tonight in case they're thinking about building a nest up there, and just so they won't, smoke them out because they can build somewhere. I swear to God, I nearly lost my fucking life when I saw the papers and the thing fluttering. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, what the fuck is in my fire?
I used to have these huge sliding glass doors on either side of the fireplace too, and those birds would constantly be flying into it. Boom! I mean, just like boom! Like I don't know why. They're so loud.
See the
It would
sky.
scare the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, but then I opened the thing because I thought, oh, he's never going to find his way out. And then the fucking thing was flying around the house, and I'm like, Cassius, don't leave me. Stay here, Cassius. Stay. What is he going to be able to do? What's he going to be able to do for me? Sitting
Fucking
out in Scotland.
I have to ask you this. Do you still use well, no, do you use because a couple of people in Ireland that I speak to, they use the oil to heat their house. I was in the middle of typing that, but I just went until you
Yeah,
stopped talking there for a second.
Sheila, can I say something to Sheila though? She's talking about that video that he did, but apparently she was saying that he was sending her pictures of different tattoos and different things. So it wasn't just that one. I was like, what is she talking about? I think I'm the only person that, had never seen this. So this was way before that video. Sheila. It was a long time before.
I have a
And he never wanted to show me that. He never he I don't know why he was so embarrassed of it. He's like, no. He was all shy. I was like, everybody else has seen your fucking tattoo. Let me see it. So it was later on that he put that video out. Much later on.
Yeah, you guys are going.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, you guys are going to definitely have to do a reaction to that video. I have to hear him squirm.
Oh shit, yeah. I'll fucking
Oh my
swear about it.
god, yeah.
I'll
And
do
I was
a wee
salty
moose
too. Yeah,
Oh,
you were.
fuck yeah, you're
Yeah,
salty.
you were. And I kind of like, oh my god, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what. I started listening to part of it and I had to stop. That was a long time ago. But
I
yeah.
think I'll go quiet for
oh,
the first time in my life on YouTube.
Oh,
For so long.
yeah,
Oh
you
my
did. Well, no, but that was because whenever he would get up on my panel, though, he would always be really shy and quiet.
The
yeah.
first
He would
time I
always
ever
be
come
really
up was
nervous.
What
do you
happened?
remember that David Carter? That was the very first time, and it was Outback that said, would you join us on Salty's panel later on? In fact, it wasn't later on. He texted me at about 10 to fucking 9, and the live was
Yeah.
for 9 o'clock. So I run over the road, and I can remember getting in the house. I was still fucking out of breath, and I had nothing to say, because what I had to say, I didn't think people would have wanted to hear it, as in what he was and what that David Carter, what he had done and shit. So I
Yeah,
was
but
trying
he was
my
also being
best
very
to go for it.
solicitous because he was on my panel and that was the first time, and he was like, he had this major
Uh,
crush on me, and he was secretly in love with me and I didn't know it at the time.
So
no, but
sweet.
I'm heating up the living room with my embarrassment. I'm
No,
only
they're so
kidding. But that's true that
He's
I
so
do.
they're so cute.
sweet.
But
Yeah,
I
so
we'll
So
have to
what
get
what
him up
happened?
sometime.
Can I ask what this live stream is about? I mean, what happened? I'm bringing it back, but I don't understand why.
Shits and
What?
giggles.
I'm not a band mod. Is it just for band mods? Because I was never a
no,
mod.
no. It's just anything connected with that kind of stuff. I just put it under X mods because nobody else really cares except that lot. Oh God, where to start? You see, it's just all such a pile of shit.
What
Yesterday,
happened?
Tosh came over to leave a comment. And in that comment, now, Tosh, I'm sorry. Tosh, I'm going to say it again. It was a whole load of words with nothing in it. I mean, nothing. There was nothing.
Can I refer back to Helen Happy Thought's comment earlier where she said, I forgot she ever existed? And I said, me too. Because I wasn't, when I was on YouTube, she wasn't. And then after that, it was just nothing but band drama. And I wasn't into that bullshit and fuckery.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. So, but in her comment, she left a little nugget about Linda, and a special child that she has. Now, I didn't know anything about special needs child. I didn't know anything about her home life, and I still don't. I don't know if she's married, if she's not married, if she's gay, straight, a horse, a chicken, a hen, or fucking if she has 100. I don't know, and I don't want to know her private life. It's nothing to do with me. But what I'm thinking is, why did she say that now? Because it looks to me like they're setting up something, because I've been saying for the past little while, I don't like Amber. I don't like what she's done or the fuckery she gets involved with. But what's happened to her kid is disgraceful. That kid was pulled out of her class by, CPS. And they, asking her to lift up her sleeves and she any marks in her and this, that. That had to have been so embarrassing. And just
I didn't know anything.
And scary, must have been scary for her, so as I'm saying, all kids are off limits, that no kids are up for any debate or discussion. But I want to know, where is she going with this shit? Like, to me it sounds like they don't do anything without thinking about it or without a reason behind anything. So I'm like, well, what's the reason? Why did you drop that little piece of nugget in there? Like,
Well, I said this earlier, I'll say it again. I wouldn't have known. People don't know about other people's private lives unless they decide to put it onto YouTube.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have known about kids, not having kids, what kind of kids they were, how old they are. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
That, regardless, I guess you're just kind of flexing. I don't want to say flexing for your friend, or kind of stonewalling for your friend. I think that the fight lies elsewhere. It wouldn't
Yeah.
do the same for you, especially. I'm really, really concerned. I had a really bad sinus infection last week, but
Yeah, of
my
course.
sinuses are still really, really bad, and it's not getting better. And I'm going to tell you that I was telling Maddie, my own daughter, how miserable I fucking am, and it just doesn't seem to be stopping. It just won't stop and won't go away. So I'm sorry if I sound icky. I apologize. But as far as Linda, she's the biggest. It turns out, you know what? She's the biggest fucking reprobate on here, and I can say that because at one point in time, she and I were friendly, and I realize now how she fucking used everybody. She stalked people. She gathered information, reams and reams and reams of information, and she wouldn't care less about your kids. She would have gotten information, and she probably does have information on your children if you have any.
Yeah, I
So
do.
take your sanctimonious bullshit and look at others. Aim that contention or grandstanding or whatever elsewhere.
Yeah.
Seriously, because you can say a lot of things, but they're not fucking hypocrites up here. Okay,
No.
they're not fucking hypocrites.
And the other thing that I'd like to ask is now, and this might seem a bit bitchy, but that's just how I'm feeling today. We're talking about the amount of space 3 terabytes is earlier on, yeah. Now,
Oh,
how much time it would have taken to fill up 3 terabytes with typed in information? That's a
yeah, but
phenomenon. Can't even
don't
imagine.
forget that she was using an autistic kid to gather that information.
I know that, which is just fucking.
And again,
deplorable.
fuck you, Linda.
Yeah, it's deplorable.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, fuck you and fuck you again and fuck you 3 more times. You're disgusting. You're a fucking hound of a thing. I swear to God, you need to go back to fucking hell wherever you came from. You're sick. You've got a special needs kid.
And I don't. You know what? Leave that out of it, Wicked.
Yeah.
Don't forget, she was doing this shit long before you and I were here.
Oh, I know.
Remember that she was doing this shit before AD. She was compiling information on other people, whether it was Mensa, and then she went to what was it, Critical K, and then AD, and then everybody else just for fun. So she was gosh, I don't what it's not a fucking hobby. I mean, come on.
It's weird. It's
It's
so
not a fucking hobby.
like, what's she doing it for? She's selling that information because she has to be doing something with it. You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
she was giving it to people to use.
Yeah.
So think about that. She was giving it, I'm making the bet at the same time and wiping my nose. She's giving it to people to use. People like it would end up, some stuff would end up in videos.
Yeah.
And her and Tinksy had at least 3 channels. One of them is still up, Sunrise, Sunset, or whatever the fuck it is. The other one is High Horse, the one that she used that poor autistic kid to create. I don't know. Some weird, I don't know. Did it make her feel like you had some clout? I don't know. But at the end of the day, when you spend all your time compiling reams and reams and reams of information on people, and we're not talking about just social media presence. We're talking about educations. We're talking about their jobs, their careers, fucking probably, getting copies of people's taxes for fuck's sake. If they're married, their addresses, their properties, their siblings, their children.
Yeah.
So again, fuck off with your sanctimonious bullshit. Fuck off.
Yeah. No.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that I ever thought that I'm ashamed that I ever thought that these were actually good people. Because think about how long ago we came into the game, and people like Linda and Tinksy were doing this shit already.
Wow.
Just because you put a little tiny fake wand in your fucking hand doesn't mean that you're not fucking wrong, and that at the end of the day, you're just a piece of shit that goes around stalking people and then pretending to be friends one day and then pretending not to be friends one day. And then all is forgiven because now we hate the same people, right?
Weird.
Fuck you. Fuck
It's
you.
weird.
You're a
It's
degenerate.
like, I mean, say for instance, like what happened with Bam. Say if me and Sheila don't
And
talk
I
about
remember, oh no, I'm just remembering now. I'm getting into a rant. Fuck you, Linda, for bringing up my kid one day.
oh
Talking
no.
about my kid. Oh my God, Salty. She was doing when her kid was a minor,
Oh wow.
doing her live streams and all the stuff she talked about. Everybody, I'll remind you once again, the train sound during my live streams, because I
Yeah,
would be outside a majority of the fucking time
I remember
when I
that.
was talking.
I
I
know
would
because
be in and out.
I know. And now I'm
Yeah.
going to bring up something now.
And then
And
when Maddie got on, she was not a minor anymore.
no, she wasn't.
So, but she brought my child into a conversation. Why are you talking about my kid? So
Well,
you
I'm
want to talk about talking about kids?
going.
Let's not do it, kids, because we're a little bit more classier than that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
fuck you again.
I am going to say something. It's taken how much time to put all that information into terabytes? So
Years.
yeah. So if she
Years.
she has a special needs child that needs a lot of care and attention. When is she finding the time to pay attention to her child if she's glued to her constantly glued to her computer? You know. So there you go. Big, and that's all I'm
Shit,
saying.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't put it past any one of them saying, just fucking lying about shit like that. I'm serious. Maybe
I
that
was
makes me a piece of shit. I question everybody's fucking motive and what they say on this platform.
yeah. I was just literally thinking that it's funny because yeah, it's funny that nobody else has ever mentioned anything like this before.
I cannot breathe. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Poor thing.
No, I question everybody's motives, and I think everybody is full of shit. Just because somebody told you something off this platform doesn't make it true. You know
No,
that, right? I mean,
absolutely.
just because you have conversation, and I've heard the shady shit. I heard those. I remember those voice clips talking about JC and JC's motives. Recruiting people to dislike JC, and that came from that Tasha heifer. I remember those. I mean, you are duplicitous. Let me tell you, in all the conversations I've had with people like Wicked off this platform, it's never been about a campaign of let's get people to not like this person now. I mean, Jesus Christ, there's a major difference here in priorities, okay?
I know.
But so you talk about not being on this platform, heifer, but when you're not on this platform, you're on campaigns literally of hatred. We don't like Bam now, so we're going to attack. And now we don't like JC. I want you in my corner to not like JC, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't like JC. I heard that shit. That's what you were doing off of this platform when you pretend not to care, right? Or I'm above all of this. But that's the shit that you were doing. So cast some more stones.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember like the sneak.
Remember those comments? Yeah, fucking shit. Hypocrite. That's what I said. I can sit up here with the best of them, but at least you're not a fucking hypocrite, Wicked.
No, I'm not a hypocrite. I'll own up to my shit. I'll put my two hands up in the air and say if I've said something, yeah, I've said it or I've done it. But yeah, I'm not. But if I have something to say, I'm going to say it. I'm certainly not going to let these little fuckers like just rattle off any lies about us that they feel like saying today. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't care. Again, everybody's lives are their lives. Everybody has shit going on in their life, right? But that doesn't mean that gives you a pass to come on here and participate in the foolishness, nastiness, fuckery that you can think of and the shit that you've done to people. Just because you might have a disability or you might have mental health issues, this is the last fucking place you should be.
100%.
You make a choice to be up here. You make a choice to make that video. You make a choice to write a fucking novella longer than Stephen King's fucking Shawshank Redemption and shit. That's your choice. You don't need to be here. You don't need to inject yourself in any fuckery. And when you do claim to have mental health issues again, you can't sit up here and say that you're being harassed and victimized when you are harassing and victimizing people. Again, that makes you a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah. Like nobody invited her over. She came over on her own volition. There was nothing about her. Nobody was even talking about her.
Well, I mean, I'm just taking your. I'm not specifically saying that about her. I'm just saying it in general. You make a choice to go where you're going to go. then you fucking live and deal with the circumstances.
Yep.
I don't get it. I don't. Make it make sense.
No,
You can't.
I can't make it make sense because it doesn't matter what way you add it up, it's not going to fucking make sense. You know, as I was saying to somebody yesterday, you can't talk sense to somebody who still thinks the planet's flat and that like the wheel is witchcraft. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't need to white knight for people that could give two fucks about you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, you can say your best friends off of YouTube, but I can guarantee you she's got reams of information on you and your children and your husband and your house and your jobs and your certificates and your taxes and everything. Every comment you've ever made on any social media platform has been clipped and saved somewhere for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
And again, I don't know. That's not just a hobby. It's not a fucking hobby.
that's an obsession. That's a
It
really,
is.
really sick obsession. And it's a dangerous obsession because, as I was saying earlier on, what happens if her computer gets compromised and all of our information somehow ends up on the dark web? Somebody's making, new identities with all of our information, and then we're getting hit with all these bills for thousands of pounds that we know nothing about.
Happy thoughts. I don't know what we're talking about. Cassius has to be drugged, and he's about to have me go outside begging for money. That's what he told me. I have no clue.
Do call us on you and send you to fucking Conrad Fraser's.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
The
I cannot
3 terabytes
breathe.
of information that Linda has. My concern
Oh,
I
is
love
she
you
or
so
was
much.
she
I love you too, Cassius.
Sorry.
Sorry, I had to say that.
Oh, the baba.
Uh,
Is she or was she selling them? What is her reason for compiling everybody's information? And
it was obsession and vindictiveness and thinking that she was maybe at one point she thought she was doing something good, just to report videos. A URL was necessary.
yeah.
I mean, not necessary, but would suffice to share with people, hey, go report these videos. But I remember being in a group with them, and it was just constant, and they were constantly getting anybody they thought was an alt. They would clip the information and put it into this group specifically. And that one was called, what was it called? Waste Management. Helen was in it. I guess Martin started it. They were targeting BAM, anybody, and then it just became, I mean, there were only a handful of people in it. And it was just stupid. In my time in it, who was in it? I can't remember, but they were just, but then it was just, that, so no, do I think that she sold it to the dark web? I don't think so. People don't need to sell shit to the dark web.
Well,
If somebody wants something, they can get it.
Yeah, well, I'm
But
saying the computer was compromised. There's
oh god,
everybody's everything, and I wouldn't be surprised if she had people's, social security numbers, all of that kind of shit. I'd be surprised if she had.
Well, and again, and I will repeat this until the day I die. Don't forget that she used an autistic child to compile a huge amount of that information after a certain point.
That's just, I mean, like,
who had extreme fixation issues. And I was wondering why he was so fixated and obsessed with Critical K. Well, now I know why. Because of Linda. Fuck you, Linda, for doing that. You took advantage of a disabled child.
Linda.
You took advantage of a disabled child. And I was in some of those chats and in some of those groups. Call me a liar. Tell me I'm lying.
Of all the
You used an autistic child. And not only that, but she had the audacity to attack people like Norman and Leslie who did threaten that autistic child. But at the same time, she was using him. But then later on, her and Tinksy and them were okay with Norman and Leslie. After they threatened this kid. They threatened this kid's dad with jail. Literally. They pretended to write letters to the Portuguese consulate in Brazil to have his dad arrested. That's the twisted shit that they did. And they had people like me go out on the attack because I saw what they were doing and it made me sick. People like me and Arm Hair doing live streams about it. I think Helen Happy Thoughts should remember that. at the
Yeah,
time.
I
Little did
wasn't.
I know that at the real, yes, and of course, forget about the fact that later on they would all become friendly and pally again and all is forgiven, right? Because now we all just hate Bam. We all hate Bam again. So let's go on to anti-Bam campaign. Fucking hypocrites.
Of all of the horrible things,
Degenerate fucking hypocrites.
yeah,
Obsessive hypocrites.
of all of
Using
the
that child.
horrible, cuntish things in the world to do, that is up there. That is up there. You lady, are a poisonous, fucking cancerous, nasty.
So go ahead and white knight for all the degenerate fucking hypocrites that you want. Go ahead. I mean, you're not gonna sway anybody's opinion. All it is, I don't know what it is. All I know is that you're white knighting for the wrong fucking person. And I don't give a shit about how many kids she's got, if they're disabled or not. It makes me a bad person. I don't fucking care.
No,
I don't care about people's lives off of YouTube, what they do. I do care that she's compiled so much information on people for no other reason other than the fact that she's a fucking degenerate, obsessed lunatic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have to
And I
wonder.
was friends with her at one point. I was. And the same with Sabine. And they were doing this shit before I got here, before any of us got here.
Yeah.
And they were still doing it. They're still doing it.
But I mean, there's some serious mental health issues. I mean, glaringly.
Yeah, there is.
Glaringly.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, you can see it. I can see it. Anybody who's ever dealt with mental health.
That's like some behavior I could expect maybe from a shut-in that has
Yeah.
like nothing, like no other than to get up and they think they're white knight on social media and they're going against the bad guys. But then one day you're a bad guy, the next day you're a good guy. But then the next week you're going to be a bad guy again, and next year you're going to be a good guy, and then we're going to love you, and then you're going to help us make videos, and then we're going to do this. I mean, it's just fucking lunacy.
Yeah, it is.
This is a fuckery that I can never wrap my head around. And Bam was never a part of my YouTube experience again.
Yeah.
And but they were obsessed with Bam. They were obsessed with Miss Mensa. They were obsessed with these people. They were compiling information about anybody that was in any of their chats. They were compiling information on them. So when you talk about the vast amount of information, it wasn't just those people themselves. Like I said, it would be you, it would be Sheila, it would be John, it would be Helen Happy Thoughts, it would be everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Anybody that had a channel in the truth community, they had information on them, and the people that were going in there. And why? Why? To feel good about yourself? Thinking you're helping people? But you took advantage of so many people to do for your own sick, fantasy world that you live in. It's fucking nasty. It's gross.
Like it's some sort of an insurance, well, I'll have all this on her in case you. Yeah, what a way to think about people. I'm like that's just all sorts of fucked up as well. Like if I go into a friend's
See, you know what the question is? Ask Linda, why would you have all that information on people? And then willy-nilly giving it to people like Norman, who's fucking deranged.
Yeah.
He was fucking deranged. Right? And then attack Norman for saying anything about an autistic child to get information for him on Bam's kid. But you already had that information from that autistic child on Bam's kids. Fucking idiot. You're fucking hypocritical, deranged lunatic.
Wow.
Why did you do that? Why? Ask Linda. I'm asking Linda all this.
Yeah.
Tasha, ask Linda.
How any of your friends can stand there beside you and back you up after what you've just done, all the shit that you've pulled on people, and especially that child. You're a fucking head case. You should have been arrested for that. You have power over that.
Well, I mean, and I feel this is why I get and I will always, always, always resent this, because at one point here I am being told about how awful Norman and Leslie are. And I saw what they were sending him. I saw what they were doing, right? And I white knighted.
Yeah. Yeah,
I did the white, and Kim has an autistic son. She white knighted. There were a lot of people in the community at the time that had children with disabilities and who had autism. So we were up there doing the live streams and calling them out for being pieces of shit. but she was doing the same exact thing at the same exact fucking time.
Wow.
Again, call me a liar. Still got those live streams, sweetheart. Still got all the conversations and everything else
Yeah.
myself. So tell me I'm lying.
There's one thing about us, and I've been proud to say it, and I've always been proud to say it, we are not liars and we're not hypocrites. You know, we're not liars, we're not hypocrites. You know, and if I have something to say, I'll fucking say it. Know about it because I'll say it. I'll tell you. You know what I mean? Like, I've no need to lie. I mean, I have a terrible memory, so I don't lie. Not that I ever would have, because if you grew up with my grandmother,
Actually, Cassius has a terrible memory, but his memory works sometimes. No, I think, see, even though, no, go, let's get, there's something I wanted to address really quickly when he said that about my live streams when I was telling. No, I had, after everything was said and done for me, after everything happened, I made all of my stuff private
yeah,
with Claire. And then somebody said, well, why is she so afraid? Why is she so scared? Something like that. And it was on Lizzie's page on Facebook. So I saw that and I was like, what the hell? So I went ahead and put everything back out again, right?
yeah,
And then just a little bit of time passed, and that's when I said there's a lot of stuff in these live streams that can be used against. It would be bad for the Ruseks, and it would be good for AD. But then again, I guess and then on Grimm's, like I said on Kisses the other night,
yeah,
it could be good for AD and bad for the Ruseks, and just for protection. Even though I was done with everything, that's why I privatized everything. I mean,
sure,
to keep people safe and to keep,
yeah.
at least nothing could be used,
You
to
couldn't be
help AD
dragged
in any way.
anything else, basically, like your information
Yeah.
and all your stuff was. Yeah, I know, I get that. I understood what
So I did that as a matter of protection and all of that,
Yeah.
and then I thought, you know what, going back in time, would I do it again? Yeah, I would privatize everything again simply because. And then there were people that asked me, "Can you put some of them out?" I love listening to you. Like, people like Lardy and even Lizzie and others would ask me to put some of them up, and I would. And then I was just like, but by the time I was done with it, I was done with it. So I privatized everything.
Yeah.
But he said that when he said that earlier about privatizing my live streams. But it was I think it might have. I know it has something to do with. It might have been Helen. I'm not sure. And why privatize? Yeah, I guess it was that one where I kicked her off the panel when she came in, when Bam came in, and she got bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
That one. And she's like, well, why privatize it? You must be ashamed of your behavior. And I just immediately put it back out again. I'm not ashamed of shit.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've been listening to you for a long time, Salty. Like, you've always been very, very fair. You and JC have always been very fair. You've called a spade and a shovel. You know what I mean? And you've always been very fair. And, you can't fault that.
JC and I are a lot alike, and we're a lot of us have a lot of stuff in common. A lot of us, the dynamics are different. Her path, her trajectory after I was done with everything on YouTube, her trajectory was different than mine.
Sure.
I supported a lot of the stuff that she continued to do. I love her and always will. She put out some banging videos. She was the absolute queen of fucking debunk,
Yeah.
and she always will be.
Yeah. Still is.
So,
Reign and Queen. She still is reign and queen of debunking.
Yeah. So, I think, but she had an emotional investment that I did not.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I mean, and it's, and she did go up a lot of times. Like if she would go up on BAMs, or I know she went up on Whiskeys and a couple of different live streams and talking about different things. And so we weren't always in. It's like with I don't know who to use it as an example here. We didn't all have to agree with everything that the other one was saying or putting out or doing, right? And we were perfectly capable of saying so, and that was okay. But the thing is that how can you? how can you just blanketly agree with everything that other people are putting out when you know it's wrong? That's what
Yeah,
I don't get. I never could get that, you know?
but you don't.
I never could
But
get that.
like the thing is with us, when Bam would be on a rant
And
or
not say anything. That's what it was. I'm sorry, Wicked. I got off on I kind of spaced out there for a minute from
that's
the
okay.
drugs that
I know,
Cassius gave me.
I know.
Like when I said her on Kisses, you know, all of the bullshit and fuckery that Dehan has put out over the years is flat out lie. He never has. He's just can't get shit right. He never has. He never will. And you know he's lying. And you
Mm.
know all the lies, all the lies, all the lies. And the same with TXC and Linda. And you're still gonna have those same few people still clapping their hands like little fucking seals, saying, "Yay, Martin, you're the greatest," or "Yay, Helen, you're the greatest." Helen, you know that Martin is a liar. Tinksy, you know that Martin's a liar.
Yeah.
But see, you're okay with the liars until the next whenever y'all, break up, and you're not gonna be okay with those liars, and then you're gonna start calling them liars, right? Because that's the history that y'all have,
So what if Claire lied?
you know.
So what if
So what
Claire?
if she lies?
Yeah, I
So
know.
that's the difference, and that's again, don't always have to agree on some stuff, but there is some stuff you just can't fundamentally
No.
not agree on. That's when somebody's a fucking liar,
Yeah. I mean, and
and you know it.
that's the part that killed me. I fucking choked on it, you know. I mean, because we were all very emotionally invested, you know. Well, when I say we were all, I mean me and whoever else that we were online, whatever, fighting their corner, and I think
Hey,
it was just
I
it
need some of that. Can you get me some of those antihistamines, please? I cannot breathe. Okay.
poor
You
thing.
know what, Tasha? Come write a novella about how a little thesis on how Martin Dehan is a fucking liar, and you know he is. All
Yeah.
the lies he's told, and all the videos he's put out, and all the community posts, all of it, how he's a liar.
You know, it'd be quite
You
interesting.
love me some Martin Dehan lies, girl. You love you some Martin Dehan lies, don't you?
You know what? I was only thinking, I would love to know how many videos he made about AD in the past 6, 7 years, because it's going to be
Oh,
definitely far more than AD has ever made about any other crime or anybody else.
oh, Lord,
Yeah.
Lord. But
Alone,
then
no.
he, or about Pam, or about you, or Sheila, or anybody else,
I know.
whoever else. It's fucking gross. It's
Mm.
fucking gross. Tasha, I want to know, in 3 years, is he still going to be making videos about AD and talking shit about AD
Oh, he is, yeah.
and still talking about Bam?
Of course. Yeah. He's just full of shite. That's it. He's just full of shit. He has nothing to say. He's nothing worth listening to. His opinions don't mean fuck all because he's a dirty lying tramp. And I can't get on board with people like him. When I first came here to YouTube, and when I first discovered this whole case, I used to think, oh my God, this guy's like an FBI agent. And I was like, oh my God, you're so intelligent and you're
Who,
great.
Dehan or AD?
No, because I genuinely thought I was very new to all of this kind of thing. I never really got in on a case or a crime where I was talking to people or talking directly to people involved in a crime, all that kind of thing. And so I kind of did get quite emotionally invested in this, but then to find out the majority of everything we've been told was lies. I mean, that was
Oh, yeah, I know.
a
Yeah,
punch in the gut.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's why I said I can't do this anymore. I mean, I
yeah.
can't.
I
And,
felt bad for you girls. I really did, because you girls really, you went at them hammer and tongs and all factual, no bullshit, no I guess or I think. You guys were factual, right down. You hit the nail on the head every single time you went live, and it was all
yeah.
true. There was no lies. It didn't have to be lies because the truth was fucking bad enough to swallow. Um. Yeah, I really did. I felt so bad for you girls. I really did all the time.
Well, I think I'll just I don't know. It makes me. I mean, there were good things that came out of it at the end, but if I could go back and do it over again, I wouldn't have gotten involved at all.
Yeah. Oh, I said the
I
same.
wouldn't have, because there are people. There were people's obsessions with AD that that were precursors that were already existent,
Yeah.
long before I arrived. And again, people's obsession that, went from Mensa or Critical K to AD to all these other channels, these anti Shiner channel, whatever they were. I
Yeah.
mean, to those channels, to all of these the ickiness behind the scenes and things that they were doing, and not knowing how deep that went, and I wouldn't have gotten involved because um I stayed in my own lane.
Yeah.
I stayed on my own lane. I didn't, participate in. I detested drama of any sort, especially when all that shit with Amber's kid happened, and
Yeah.
there was a lot of collateral damage that was done and inflicted on people, and that's continuing still because
I wasn't even
it's just
when that happened. I wasn't even around
huh?
Bams when that happened, and yeah, we still get shit for it. I know Kiss wasn't even there when that happened. I don't think
Yeah,
she.
I can't. I don't even. You know what though? But then there were people that were in that chat when it did actually occur.
Yeah.
And but then I'm talking when I say collateral damage, I'm talking about people like Audi
Oh yeah. No, I
because they came for him hard because of all of that, and that brought up a lot of issues that he's dealt with in the past. And he and I had a lot in common. He had PTSD. He had, he has it, and it just it really, the crap that he got from people like Tinksy and all of them that had
I
long hated Bam.
I don't.
Just it was just so gross. It was so gross. That's what I
I
mean by collateral damage.
I turned off quite a lot. I would skip out of lives when that would start going down. And I'm a bitch for doing that. I'll come in, I'll say hello to everybody, and then I'll skip out, and then I'll come back in. I'll skip, depending on what was being spoken about, And when she'd go
Yeah.
off on outie or whatever, so I really missed a hell of a lot. I don't really know what happened. I heard something about BDSM and all that kind of thing. I don't care what people are into. They're adults. If that's what they want to do, and they're
I was gone. My tenure on YouTube ended by that point when all of that came out, and I just
yeah,
looked back and said, "Well, that explains a lot,"
yeah,
But
it's like,
that was
so
just
what?
me.
Yeah, so
Um,
what? Everybody has their thing. I don't give a shit. If that's what they want to do, let them. Is it infecting your
well,
life?
okay,
Mine.
but how are we talking about this?
Well, no, it was you were saying about all the stuff they went for outie really hard, and I was like, the only stuff
Oh
they
no, no,
want
no! I'm
to do.
talking well that when all that shit with Amber's kid happened, and they were saying Audi supports abusers. He supports abuse. He was a child of abuse. He was severely abused as a child. He adopted a child that was severely abused. That brought up a lot of fucking trauma in his life. He actually skipped out of YouTube for a very long time after that happened. Not because of any fallout from BAM and oh my god, y'all are awful for supporting this. Remember the whole you support child abuse campaign? And I'm going to say it again. I don't
Yeah,
need nobody supports child abuse for fuck's sake.
no, you don't. It goes.
Nobody. I want you to think back on how fucking ridiculous you hypocritical pieces of shit degenerates are. You support child abuse. Nobody supports child abuse. We don't have to come out and say. You don't have to be fucking strong armed into saying, I don't support child abuse. As I said, I don't support arson. I don't support writing bad checks. I don't support benefit fraud. I don't support, deadbeat dads. I don't support a lot of shit. I don't gotta come out here and tell y'all that. I
Yeah,
don't support child abuse. Who? Anybody in chat? Any of y'all support child abuse? Huh? I demand right now. I'm strong arming all of you right now with my salty ass. Do you support child abuse? No! Nobody does. But going from channel to channel and making video after video after video of all the people that at one time have been in BAM's channel, and all of a sudden they support child abuse. You see
yeah,
how fucking ridiculous? And that's collateral damage as well.
yeah.
Have people like me who stayed in my own lane, did my own thing. What? I have to come out and tell y'all, no, I don't support child abuse. It's just awful. Fuck
No,
off. That's what I told y'all then, and I'll tell you again now.
yeah,
You're fucking idiots. See, it was just a nugget that they used to keep going after Bam, you know?
mm,
And again, Bam took the shit down,
yeah.
but it's still probably being replayed. It will be replayed until that poor girl is 37 years old.
I know. I feel
You
so
know,
good. And
Jesus Christ.
her mother's
I
friends,
don't
and her
support
mother.
scary clowns that come out of the dark, for, what do you want? It's just fucking ridiculous.
I
What
know.
else do you, okay, tell me what you don't support, Wiccan. You don't support what?
I don't suppose. I don't support birds flying down your flue into your fucking fireplace to frighten the shite out of you when you're trying to do a live. I don't
Yep,
support.
neither do I.
No, I don't
I
support
don't
any.
support wild Scotsmen who decide to get drunk on a Saturday night wearing the kilt with nothing underneath it. Well, maybe I
Woo!
do support that. It just depends.
That sounds like a
It
live
depends on
we
how
need.
I'm feeling.
It sounds like a live
It
we need.
depends.
Well, I don't
I
support.
don't support furries, okay? I think it's really fucking creepy and gross. I don't support furries.
I don't support furries either. I don't like them. I think they're
You
weird
know,
and
my kid told me that yesterday. She said, "Mom, look what I got this. I just found this so cute." It's like a little, gosh, what is it? It's like this super plush bunny, right?
oh,
She got it. She said again for somebody for Easter. It's a super plush bunny, but it zips up or buttons up as a
oh,
carrot. So you get it, it's a carrot, and then he ends up or whatever. Then it's a bunny, and the carrot becomes its ears or whatever. I said, "You're 20 years." She's like, "I know." She's like, "Well, fuck, it's not like I'm a furry or anything." I said, "Yeah, it could be worse. You could be a furry." That actually was part of our conversation yesterday. I said, "It's weird. You're 20 years old. You're obsessed with that." It's like,
I
shit,
love
it,
it
it could be
though.
worse. It's like, yeah, it could be worse. It
She's
could be a
brilliant.
lot worse. I don't
She's
I don't support stalking people on YouTube when they're not on YouTube
I don't support
anymore.
Wiccan people on YouTube either. They're fucking nuts.
I don't support compiling reams and reams and reams of information of random people worldwide just so you can say that you have reams and reams and reams of information of people
I
from
know.
YouTube worldwide. I don't support that.
I know. I just don't.
Oh my god.
And there's a lot.
Cocksucker.
Yeah.
Be original. Put salty cocksucker at least.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, girl, you're sounding a bit better now. I think you're working all that phlegm out. I think you're exercising. I think you might need an exorcism, maybe.
Ugh. Iva can do that when she comes to meet me and Cassius in May. Who is that? Let me look at this. I'm looking at the chat.
Is it
I don't support child abuse.
Whose comment were you reading? I was there, but I went into Amber's channel to ask her to remove that comment against the noob. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So you were around back then. Okay, yeah, I get it. I
Ooh,
remember.
I can't see that. I'm trying to read
Yeah,
that.
I highlighted it there. I don't know if you can see it.
I was there, but I went to Amber's channel to ask for her to remove that comment against a newborn.
Yeah.
She didn't. She was happy to prolong it. She just said her mods to attack me. Yeah, and she would do that, and she, you know what? I'll stand by what my original thought was, is that whoever it was that went into Bam's chat that night and made that nasty comment about um Helen's child,
Oh yeah.
whatever that comment was, I'm convinced it was Amber or Tinksy or one of them.
Oh, so am
One
I.
of her so-called friends. I am, because she would do that. She would she would continue to antagonize, and again, she's one of those people that's just here for fuckery and foolishness and does the same thing as Tinksy and Linda. They all have that in common.
So weird.
That's one thing that sets other people apart. You just don't do that shit. There are people that do it and there are people that don't. And I'm one of those just I don't, and I just don't. I can't wrap my head around it. Can't.
No,
Can't.
I know. I was going to say something to you there, now it's gone out of my head. That doesn't matter. It must have been a big fat lie. That's
You know what you were talking about earlier about just different traits that you display if you're on the spectrum, even if you're not. I remember I was talking to Maddie. She was flying into Denver in February. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
And she was meeting her boyfriend. He was driving. He flew into Denver, so they met in Denver.
Mhm.
And she said it herself. She said she was just like so overstimulated from seeing your boyfriend to being exhausting, her back hurting, hungry, wanting to hit her vape, just getting to see her, again, her boyfriend who was, she's lost in this fucking airport. She's freaking out. He can't find where to pick her up. I mean, it was just a hot fucking mess. And so I'm just so overstimulated. I can't talk. She's just being a real asshole. But so what happens though, within a couple of, I'm so sorry, Mom. I was like, I know, it's fine. You don't need to apologize. Some people just really do get overstimulated in certain situations, whether you're on the spectrum or not.
Yeah.
Or whether you have, ADHD or not. It just happens. When you got stuff coming at you, you have to some people can compartmentalize that. Some people can't. On a good day or on a bad day. So I heard you talking about that earlier, and I was thinking, like with John, he'll start on one fucking nugget. We'll be having a conversation, and it's been like this since forever. We'll be having a conversation, and then he takes a left and then a right, and then he goes down the road 3 blocks over. He comes back, he stops to get some fucking milk at the shops. Then he'll come back here, and then he'll finally get back to what it was that we were talking about.
Well, then you know me very well, so.
You're nothing. It's easy. You're easy. With him, sometimes I have to say, "Stay on point." Stay on. I have to like snap. Get back to the. Stay on point. I can't even remember what we're talking about now. That kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm a bitch for that. I mean, like I could start off about one thing, and I could be talking about fucking apples and bananas 2 minutes later, and for no reason. I don't know. It just happens. Anyway, it's fine. I think at this stage now, it's fine. Something will catch my eye, and I'm like, I've the attention span of a gnat, I think, now at this stage. But that's okay. I don't mind.
Oh, I remember. You know what? That reminds me of something my dad said, and I'll say it again. He was talking about my sister. He said, "You could take your brain and shove it up a gnat's ass, and shake it, and hear a rattle." It's like, what the hell? You said,
I like your dad.
because she kept failing economics in school, and he had to put her into summer school, and she wouldn't graduate. He's like, "God damn, we're gonna try this one more time, okay? It's a good thing you're pretty. It's a good thing you're pretty." He told
Oh, bless her. Make a damn bit of difference, or did it make a difference?
The summer school classes, yes, she was able to graduate, girl. Woohoo! My mom and dad. I remember him saying, "She is not the sharpest knife in our drawer." It's a good thing she's pretty. That's the only.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, that's a southern thing there. I miss my mom and dad. I miss them. Okay, so I'm gonna pull.
Yeah.
Let me pull up these comments now. Yeah. Of course we are, Brian. Of course we are. Because I'm up here.
That showed up. Whoever his name was, I banned him anyway. I don't know what he was saying or what he was trying to say, but
I don't know either. It was probably Linda.
Well, probably.
But you know what? And if it wasn't, I bet you Linda could have clicked on it, and she has it, and she has that. It would have that stuck in a group somewhere to see if that URL would have matched to any other URL from time immemorial to see who it might have been.
You're a fucking weirdo, and this is coming from somebody who's autistic. You, lady, are a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking freak.
Channel your energy into something beneficial.
I know. Imagine you could harness all that evil for good. Wow. Wow.
Imagine if we could harness all of our energy into something good.
I know. That would be amazing. Dick and balls. Oh, here we go again. So we'll just ban you straight out. I'm not interested.
I'm an attractive man of 50. I was reading that. Damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid somebody's going to get me torn down for nasty comments or whatever, So I'm keeping an eye on these new ones coming in. Because I think that's what
it said. All I saw was, "I'm an attractive man of 56. Well, we know it's not Martin D. Hands. There you go. I know who you're not.
Have you teeth and a chin? Yeah, okay.
Frida earlier, she was like, "Did the barber burn your hair?"
Oh
the
yeah.
the ears out of your hair, Cassius, and I had to say once again, oh no, he has no hairy ears. He's absolutely immaculate. He always
Oh,
smells so gorgeous too. He is gorgeous. He smells gorgeous. He's always just,
he's our
again with
pal.
his hair, his appearance, his clothes, everything. It's just he's always so fresh and just so
I know.
crisp and on
Oh,
point.
he's one of those guys that even sounds clean when he's talking to you. Do you know?
If you can keep him on subject.
But yeah, exactly. But you know, when you're talking to somebody, you just get the impression that this guy is a super, super clean, OCD clean head. Would I be right?
I remember. Yeah, this is a funny story. Little throw. I'm just not thinking about this. I was showing him pictures, and a long time ago when we were first really talking to each other and just sharing our lives and stuff like that. And I was going through pictures, and there was a picture of Maddie. We were at a seafood restaurant in San Antonio called Papados, right? And there's me, and there's my mom, and it was a group of us. It must have been a dinner for whatever. And my mother had a crab leg, and Maddie was in a high chair, and she was sitting there looking at the crab legs. And he's like, "Oh my God, how could you do that to that child?" And here I was with the strip. He's like, "Darling, they still have they have eyes. How can you do that? That she can't say if she wants to eat that or not." We were just having a laugh back and forth. Just bullshit and stuff like that. But yeah, keep on point. Where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Where was I going with that?
He was
Oh, we
rubbing
don't
off
eat
on
well, no, we can eat fish. We went on a tangent with crab legs.
I
And
know.
I have yet to eat crab legs in front of I'm afraid to because they'll just be looking at me in disgust. Not disgust, but like, oh my God, how can you eat something like how? You know? If I can keep him on point. Maybe he'll forget. I mean, eat crab legs for a
Yeah,
second.
but the
So
thing is, he'll remember about 10 minutes later and circle back to it. Well, that's what happens with me anyway. I'll be rattling on about something and then I'll go off whatever it was I was talking about. Then I'll remember it maybe a half an hour or 10 minutes later, whatever, and I'll circle back to it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a
That's
culture
for
thing.
everybody though. That goes for everybody.
We're, we're more
Right?
storytellers and rather than talkers. We
Same
kind of,
freak alts were coming in my live last week. Is that the one that I was up there, Kiss? No.
I don't know.
Go
They changed their name.
GTSY deep shit. You know what? Again, I'll say it again. You ballless, chinless, fucking toothless gremlin can't get right. Non-guitar playing fuck. Get your balls. Well, no, you don't got any. Fucking do a live stream. Or come up and grab a fucking link and get on the live stream with somebody.
Oh,
You
can
know?
I just do a quick
Don't
impression?
make up alts. Don't fucking make up alts. Yeah, I'm talking about anybody coming in here. Alts. Going into a live stream talking shit underneath an alt, making a video. Go, you know what? I think it's so funny. Because I can go back on, I swear to God, I can go back onto any of my videos or live streams, right? On any of my fucking channels. And I can go under and those people that would come on if they were a troll account and then it shows up as their real fucking name. That's a thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a real fucking thing. And I actually was going through some of them with John like last year. It was through some of the Grim videos and catching people who had turned ugly, let's say, and seeing them up on screen as their current alt names,
Oh,
even
wow.
though it says, and I would address them in chat, if it was Tinksy or if it was whoever. I'm just using Tinksy as an example here. Fukit, and so that's the thing. That's the thing.
Oh, well, I knew Fugit was, that was her.
That's just
Um,
one of them. But
oh, I know the whole
it's
list.
just fucking ridiculous. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Especially when, if no, you know what? I don't know why I'm saying this again. He doesn't. He's never ever ever gotten anything right. He'll never just do a fucking live stream and sit there and talk to people because he can't. Because he fucking can't. Because he's a liar and he's a degenerate and he's a stalker. That's why he said once a YouTube stalker, always a YouTube stalker. Okay, stalkers got to stalk.
Well,
Trolls got to troll. Pitchforkers got to pitchfork, baby.
Well, I'm going to say this because it's the only thing I can ever really clearly remember him saying. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Fuck you, it wasn't me.
No, I didn't. No, I
And what
didn't.
about Salty? What about Salty saying, suck on my dick? Yeah, suck on my dick.
Crying. He was nearly crying when Bam was asking him about all of those things. Like, he was fucking nearly crying.
Fuck you, it wasn't me. Yeah, it was you. You stalking. I was about to say the C-U-N-T, but John says I can't say that.
Yeah, you can.
No, he says I can't.
Yeah, he's a cunt. He's a cunt. He's
Oh,
a
he got so
cunt, he's a
upset.
cunt.
He's like, please don't say that. Please don't ever say that. It sounds so ugly coming
I'm
from
gonna
you.
say
Please don't say it.
I'll say it for you. He's a cunt. He's a cunt. He's a never loving fucking cunt. He's a cunt. He's a cunt.
There you go. There you go. I agree. I agree. He did. He said that to me the other day. Don't. What if I said cunt?
Stop that fucking what? Stop saying that. Just
See? I told you.
stop.
Cunty,
It's
cunt.
horrible. Stop it.
He gets so upset. He got upset. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
but
it.
we can say it, but Salty can't. Now, hang on a minute.
There you go. Y'all can say it to your heart's content, but I can't.
Now,
I can't breathe.
Cass,
Oh,
and you are going to have words, pal.
Pally. Hiya, Pally. Hiya. Hiya. Hiya.
How you
Did
doing?
I say that right?
Yeah, words, pal. I was on the phone there. I've just come back into this.
And I wasn't sure if y'all could hear
Oh
it.
shit! I was hearing my own voice. I thought, oh no, I've dropped for the live. I must have dropped for the live, but it's through your headphones. See,
So I can't say cut.
Sorry, Frida. Sorry, Frida.
Oh,
Sorry.
he just now did the cutting motion across his throat like he's gonna hurt me.
Sorry, I've just
Damn it!
out because
You just do my head in. Oh my god, you're still fucking behind. You're just saying I can't see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Sorry,
Yeah,
Frida.
we said it so many times and we didn't say sorry, Frida, and that's really bold. That like we're gonna end up sitting in the corner all night now.
I did hear that if you say C-U-N-T that you have to say sorry, Frida, after.
Oh, yeah.
Is that true?
I actually do at home.
Yeah.
My husband laughs at me. He said, "Who the fuck is this Frida? And why are you always
Who's
sorry?"
Frida? It was Frida. Why are you always sorry?
Because it's Frida's, it's nice. I'm moving behind.
Oh, my
Every time
God.
you say the word, so I'm sorry, Frida. It's just Frida hates that word, just like I using it. So
Why? No, I'm not asking why Frida hates it. Why can't I say it? You know how many times I said, well, I don't know how many times I actually said it on my live streams. You were okay with it back then.
just tuned. You never used the word cunt back then,
Why are you whispering cunt?
because it's just
Okay, I know he doesn't like it when I say it. That's fine.
Okay, then.
You
my
manky
God,
bastard. You manky, nasty, gross bastard.
Can you put the mic in? Maybe
He doesn't like it when I say manky either, apparently.
Oh, he
Are there
didn't
any other words I can't use, Cassius?
you dirty, filthy.
I think you're every other
You
word.
dirty, filthy bastard. How
You
did that
can throw
sound?
there as well. You can say you dirty, filthy, manky bastard. You.
Sounded tough, American, shitty.
I sounded like a Texan trying to do some kind of an accent.
Exactly.
No,
Fuck you. Fuck off.
All congested and shit.
wasn't bad. I'll give you that. It wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
I'm going to show you in a minute.
Oh, I'm leaving this room.
Ah,
You poor thing. You're so sick, and we're driving you mad with chatting.
No, it's just him driving me mad because I can't say cunt. I can say it now. I'm not in there.
Oh, don't forget. Sorry,
Cunt,
Frida.
cunt, cunt.
No, you have to
Sorry,
say sorry.
Frida. Sorry, Frida. Sorry, Frida.
It's just going to be across the board now. Anybody says that word, you must say sorry, Frida, afterwards. It's just the rules. I didn't make them.
Even in chat, even if you say see you next Tuesday or whatever, you have to say sorry, Frida.
I know. I type it as well. We all do. It's so weird.
You're a cunt. Sorry, Frida.
Yeah.
So you know what? I can just hear it now. You're saying it even if you're not on. And Frida is nowhere. It's like you're conjuring Frida. Every time I say cunt now, I'm going to think of sorry, Frida. Say it out loud. I'm going to be on the street yelling, "You fucking cunt!" Sorry, Frida.
I know.
Getting cut off in traffic. You fucking cunt. Sorry, Frida.
I was at the washing line and the thing that I needed to put a new rope on it and it collapsed and I had loads of clean washing on it. So I get fucking cunt. Oh, sorry, Frida. My husband's like, why are you always
Like she's a saint.
apologizing?
Sorry, Frida.
Yeah, sorry, Frida. It's like some big nun is
Saint
going
Frida.
to hit me over the head with a big stick or something.
Saint Frida, not the patron saint of guns. Okay, I get it.
No. She's the patron saint of those things. Fuck it, I have to.
This fucking cat is a fucking cunt. Sorry, Frida.
I'm telling you, you'd be saying that at home, and I swear to God, I'm surprised that Cassie is at home because it's just ingrained in all of us now. My husband is even it up, which is even funnier.
No. I'm not gonna lie. I heard him. I was just saying it. I've heard him plenty of times. Leave a voice clip. Sorry, Frida.
Yeah.
And I hear a voice. Sorry, Frida. Sorry, Frida. I hear it all the time. I do. Just so y'all know, I do.
We're silly, but you know, she doesn't like it, so we
especially coming from kids. Sorry, Frida. Oh, sorry, Frida. In my best kiss, sorry, Frida.
To skirt around that word, but sometimes there is no
Frida
thing.
Says, let me tell you something here. I've never complained about anyone using the C word. It's something that was someone said on Kiss's chat and it just came about. Yeah. I love those backstories, right? Yes, we love Frida. Frida, is your name short for something? That's me asking.
I somehow got booted.
I didn't notice.
I got booted.
I'm sorry.
I know it's grand. It's telling me I'm nearly at the end of all my free hours. So I didn't really
you cheap bastard.
I know. Why I'd never even looked in to see how much it was. I just hopped on and start using it. I didn't look into prices or anything. I must have a look and see how much it is. But
nope, that's not my name. Well, I was just Frida. I was just wondering if it was short for something, but that's okay. Cool. Then why did people say sorry, Frida? That's not your fucking name. I'm confused.
You wouldn't understand. We have to
put money in the meter.
Come here now. Do you know Anne of the old Bog Road or whatever her name is?
I don't know them. I remember seeing the name around way back when.
Because she's
I don't know who it is if you're asking.
Yeah, no, she's I was just wondering if you ever had any dealings with her because she's making it her business to make me her business. So I've never had
Wicked. If anybody decides to make you their business, you are perfectly capable of handling your fucking business, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I am. Jesus. There's no truer word. But I'm like, I wonder who she is and what, like what the fuck is your fascination with me? And she likes to say, oh yeah, she goes around pretending she has loads of money when she couldn't buy a steak and kidney pie. First of all, I don't eat steak and kidney pie. And second of all, here's a concept. I have my own business and I work for my money.
Yep.
I know it's
and
a weird
you travel
concept.
more than any of those fuckers do, and I know that's not cheap. So you can go fuck yourself. Not you. I'm talking about Anna on Old Bog Road. Mind your own fucking business. Stay in your lane. She has plenty of money. And whether she does or not, it's none of your fucking business. But you know what? I'm sure Linda Kingsland has a printout sheet of all the money that you and your husband have.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking hell.
Actually, probably Linda would be able to tell you how much money I have.
Maybe it's Linda.
Maybe it's Linda. So
you do know where that came from, right?
Oh yeah,
That clip of that
the little
kid.
kid. Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah, when he's like, you can't say Linda, listen, Linda,
Yeah.
listen, Linda. That, yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
I know. No, I don't want pop-ups. I don't want pop-ups in my bum. But when
Damn
I
it!
go
I
to
wish I
Granny's
could
house,
share.
you which?
There's a video. There's a video that Maddie sent me yesterday that just had me freaking rolling, and I think that would be I'm gonna have to have John send it to y'all in later, but y'all will get such
Oh,
it just
cool.
has me howling. It
Oh,
has me howling. It's just a TikTok. It's so fucking hilarious.
oh, good.
Uh,
Definitely going to watch that. So, do you know what? Some people are just so funny when it comes to
you can ask her to do your taxes. It's true.
TikTok. Yeah, I wouldn't trust her. She's not trustworthy. I wouldn't trust her with my fucking taxes. Like bollocks. No.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't. If anybody got reported to anything for benefits or anything like that, it was probably her, because that's the duplicitous shit that they do. Are you
Oh,
fucking
good
kidding me?
point. Good point.
Thank you.
Probably.
Thank you.
Probably. Oh, we have a ring. We have a ding, 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 ding. A ring, ding, dinger. We have a ring, ding, dinger. So now
Well, before your hours run out, I don't know what the deal is with that, but I have
neither do
got to
I.
blow my nose and I've got to do that. So I'm going to jump down and then you can, I don't know
I'm
what your
going
plan
to
is, but
leave because I actually have to do things and make dinners, and I've been just kind of sitting here talking to my phone
live life, do
for hours.
real life shit, right?
Yeah, I've shit to
Yeah.
do. I've loads of shit to do. Oh, on that
Excuse me.
note, darling, you feel so much better. Try and get lots of rest and lots of fluids, and I know you're
Uh,
doing it. I know you might need an antibiotic at this stage, though, if it's not clear enough.
I am taking some actually. I started
Oh,
taking them last week. So, but the congestion, all of the other stuff comes back. You'll have to remember I'm not from here, so everything
I
here is
know,
completely foreign to my body, and it's just the
I know.
pollen and the trees and the everything in the air and you name it. But yes, I
I know.
hope to. I hope to. And let me know beforehand if I didn't know you were going live. If
Oh,
anybody
yeah,
else is going live,
we will let you know.
maybe
We will let
Cassius.
you.
Has Cassius ever done a live stream?
Not to my. Oh, he has done. Oh, was it an uploaded video? I can't remember. It was. He was sitting outside sunbathing, and it was either an uploaded video.
Cassius needs to do a live stream. That would be fun.
It would be, and do you know what? It was really good, and I enjoyed watching it because he was funny, and he was straight to the point, which was highly unusual.
Oh gosh. Okay, well I'm gonna jump down and I will talk to y'all hopefully soon. Hopefully we can all just yak
Yeah,
again soon. It's always fun.
definitely.
Thank you for listening to my
Coming in.
congested iggy ass.
Oh, babe, it was great to chat to you. And tell your man I said thank you for coming up as well. It's always good to chat
She
to you.
says thank you for coming up as well. No, that sucks. Stay salty. I'll talk to you in a little while. Okay. I love y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, darling. Love ya. Bye. Okay, so to all the others over there, go deep throat a cactus and enjoy yourself while you're doing it. All right, lots of love to everybody that came in, that came up, that had a chat, that had a whatever. If you had a good time, great. If you didn't, I don't really give a shit. But yeah, we'll catch you soon. Gonna go live tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day for the messers, okay? So all messers unite tomorrow, 12 o'clock. And Tuesday is for all this kind of stuff. So Wednesdays is Messers Unite. I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming in. Love yous. Bye.